Hello and welcome to Power Play, Season 3, Episode 5. I am sort of once again stunned we have arrived at the halfway point of another season. It's like they go by like that. So welcome. I'm Rick Budge, Game Master, and these lovely and talented people are, in no particular order, Caitlin Bruder, who is our Benny Beckett, and Omar Najam, who is our Vion Vigor, and B. Zelda, who is our Ulez Galley, and Sam Gleb, who is our Cadrax. Hi, everybody. And I wanted to, as usual, throw a special thanks out to Jake and Lauren and the mods and everyone at QueueTimes for doing what they do and making this whole thing possible for us. We love you people. So yeah, your subs and your bits go to help support QueueTimes and keep this all running. And your donations go into the tip jar, go to the people you see on screen. That is our Feed the Cast fund. And to that end, to help grease those wheels, we have some rewards, and here's how they work. If we get to $50, as usual, a point of community determination for the team. Right now, there's 1 point of community determination in the bank, and I think Benny's got 1, Vion's got none, Cadrax has 1, and Ulez has 2 by my count. So determination's still going at a premium. So that's $50. And if we get to $150, the mysterious benefactor, as you know, inside of the game, our team has a mysterious benefactor who sends them gifts that have been sometimes helpful. And outside of the game, we know that benefactor is you, the chat. And this week, the chat can provide the team with a doggy flying kit. The flying kit includes doggles for doggy to wear, a doggy aviator cap, and a little harness that lets the flyer, whoever it may be, carry the dog on their back. Yeah, that is the doggy flying kit, a very practical gift. And so far, just by the way, you have you all have been incredibly generous with the team all season. You have gotten them power nullification handcuffs, 4 medium-range earpiece communicators, state-of-the-art lab equipment, and state-of-the-art computer system, which has all been helpful or probably will be very helpful. And the doggy flying kit maybe will be the most helpful of all. You can never really tell. So, yeah, doggy flying kit. And if we get to $250, as usual, the after credits lore drop, a revealing glimpse of some important but previously unseen part of our story or universe. So you can always see these tiers in chat with the command unlocks, and if you can't help us out by donating, you can always help us out by liking and commenting on our YouTube videos or sharing our tweets and helping promote the show and stuff like that. We really appreciate all that stuff too. And of course, you know, fan art and things like that, y'all have just been killing it. The fan art has just been knocking us down. Lemon Twist, I see you, and your stuff's amazing. Benny punching the snowman just bowled me over, and oh my god, we got so many good pieces coming in the last couple of weeks. It just, there was a hypothermia from Bryn, I think, and I mean, just we love this stuff. Thank you so much. Like, really, we like share it and talk about it in private messages. Yeah, you can get Power Play merchandise. There are t-shirts and stickers available with Caitlin's awesome character art available at the QueueTimes Teespring store. Yep, there's the logo and there's the sticker thing. And Jake will pump that link into the chat for you. Oh my god, I think we've already opened up the first tier. Wow, thank you, everybody. So, team, you have 2 points of community determination to start off the game, and we are on our way to the doggy flying kit. Thank you so much, everyone. Yeah, so Power Play merchandise, blah, 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 blah. The game we play here is called Icons. It is published by Ad Infinitum Adventures and was created by a cool guy named Steve Kenson. You can check him out on Twitter at @skenson. And the book edition I have is published by Green Ronin. Looks like this. I haven't checked in a while. They were sold out last time I checked, but you can still get it as a PDF, and it's a really cool game, whether you play with our particular hack or the actual rules. Very cool stuff. Try it out. You can follow the show at PowerPlay RPG on Twitter and on Instagram. PowerPlay is now available as a podcast for the podcast inclined. You may find that wherever fine pods are casted. And unless I am forgetting anything, I don't think I am. Those are the announcements. Time for PowerPlay. back. And so previously on Power Play. The team was hired to investigate the death of private investigator Max McCrae, who had been shot on November 17, 2020, while allegedly breaking into the Perfecto building in Avalon. The team started investigating, but their efforts were disrupted when Port Ruby Police Headquarters was attacked by a super calling himself Big Problem, who the team eventually managed to capture. Big Problem later revealed that he had been hired by persons unknown via a note left on the door of his apartment. But before the team could follow up on that information, Vion, Ulez, and Kadrax responded to a burglar alarm at Max McCrae's former office. There, they found an intruder had taken some files about a company named Lockhall Technologies and another file about a woman named Gabriella Yates. They went to Gabriella Yates' apartment to search it, but before they were done, Vion was called to City Hall by his sister Amira, who had recently taken a job as Mayor Rona Carter's chief of staff. Vion and Ulez arrived at City Hall to find it under attack from a super calling herself Hypothermia. With the well-timed intervention of Benny Beckett, the team defeated the attacker and learned she was hired with a note that was just like the one Big Problem got, and that her likely target was the police commissioner's office. Meanwhile, Kadrax, who had accidentally scared Gabriella Yates almost literally to death, accompanied the old woman to a hospital where she learned that Gabriella had hired Max to find the missing body of her sister Maria, who had died and was allegedly buried in 1931. She also had no idea why anybody would want to steal her file. At the end of that long day, Vion and Ulez returned home to find the police finishing up a search of their apartment. Wondering what it was all about, Vion went to postcog the floor, and that is where we pick up. Vion, make your postcog roll.
I would love to. Here we go. All right, that is actually rolled off where I needed it to go. That's going to be a 5.
A 5. Okay. Okay, that's a moderate success. So let's see, what do you get for that? Okay. You're broadcasting to Ulez, so yes. You and Ulez see, you go into that little dream postcog world, and you see 2 cops, one tall, who I will cast with Travis Fimmel from Vikings, and Fimmel, I'm not sure, and one short, who I'll cast with Scott Kahn from Hawaii Five-0, and they kick the door in. And they are both wearing black tape over their badge numbers and their name tags. So you can't see what their badge numbers or name tags are in the vision. And Sandy Carpa is in the hall behind them, and he's yelling, "You can't go in there!" And the short cop turns to him and says, "We got a warrant, Pops. Now get lost. I don't want to have to cuff you." And Sandy backs off, and the short cop closes the apartment door. And he looks at the tall cop, and he says, "What now?" And the tall cop says, "Trash the place. Make it look like we're searching for something." And the short cop says, "All right, what are you going to do?" And the tall cop says, "What we came here for." And that's all you get.
Well,
I do not understand what I witnessed.
Yeah. I would like to cast something, if that's okay, Rick.
Yeah, absolutely. And you don't have to wait anymore because you got your little minor change last week.
Which is great. Very useful.
By the way, it looks like we have opened up the doggy flying kit. Oh my God.
Doggles.
Thank you so much, everybody. So before we move on, just real quick, Omar, remember what you were about to do. The cast, let me ask you here. The little doggy aviator cap, would you prefer it go over the dog's ears or the ears poke through the top of the cap?
I have contributions. I want the ears out of the cap so they can match Ulez, who wears a helmet out in public with dog ears, because that's how they believe they can blend in with society.
I think if we have a little bit of doggy shielding, because like the eyes, the ears are kind of vulnerable to the wind, but their dog has prick ears. So like the tops of them, and then just kind of like a little half circle sort of shape near the bottom where like
the ear bits are.
Right, perfectly put.
I like that. Okay, so yes, that is what they will look like. Thank you so much, everybody. That just leaves the after credits lore drop. So I guess we get. Thank you. Okay, Vion, what were you going to cast?
I would like to cast detection.
What kind of detection?
Actually, first, really quickly, as I'm talking to Ulez, well, it looks like they just searched the place and they took all of our stuff, all of our hard work. As I'm saying this, I'm unplugging all the appliances that are in the apartment, including the refrigerator. And also, I'd like to really quickly open the refrigerator. They trashed the place, but like my food and stuff is still in there, right? Like I had some like iced coffee and stuff.
Yes, the refrigerator is undisturbed.
Good. Okay, great. We'll come back to that in a second. Don't worry about it.
I like your priorities.
I unplug everything, and then once everything is unplugged, I would like to cast detection, and I would like to detect an electronic power source.
Yep.
Okay. I see. Okay. Okay. First, make your roll to see if you can turn detection on.
Right.
Your magic is level 3.
Yes. So this is to see if I can cast it. That's going to be intellect plus occult plus roll. So that's going to come out to 10.
Hey.
All right. Yeah, that will get a turn on detection at level 3.
Okay, perfect. So now I roll my magic here. That's going to be an 8.
So let's type detection.
5 on the die. Plus the old 3.
Not bad.
Total 8.
Yes, that's correct.
Hope you got a 1, Rick.
Okay. It did not get a 1. It's a moderate success, a low moderate success. So what I'm going to say is you definitely feel some electric somewhere in here, but you can't quite find it through magic.
Okay. You know what? That's perfectly fine. What I would like to do then, let's rush through this because I've been thinking about it. I would like to pull out my cell phone, and I want to turn to Ulez and give a thumbs up because we're going into acting mode real quick.
Yes.
I would like to.
Ulez, sorry, is just like while you're doing all of this very hard work, Ulez is like patting down like the dirt on like the plants that we got back up, and they're just like pruning some leaves. So they're busy in the background.
Yes. Okay, great. That's perfect. That's perfect. So as Ulez, as you're doing that, I think there's 2 things I want to do really quickly. One is I like to pull out my phone and I would like to call 911 because when you're looking for a criminal, the easiest way to do it is to call the cops. Then you'll find one. So anyway, I would like to call 911.
And 911, what is the nature of your emergency?
Hi. I just got robbed. There was a robbery. I think I'm not quite sure what happened. It was all a rush. And I think 2 gentlemen came in. I didn't get a chance to see them. I think they came looking for something. I'm so glad they didn't find what they were looking for. I've actually hidden it away underneath my bed, so I'm very lucky about that. That they looked everywhere else, but not there. But my name's Leon Vigor. I'm gonna give you my address. I'm just so frightened by this horrifying experience.
I have your address, sir. Through your call. Do you believe that the robbers are still on the premises?
I'm looking around right now and I don't see them, if I'm being quite honest. So
okay, sir. We will dispatch a patrol car to your residence. Please wait in a safe place.
Okay, I will. Should I move the stuff that I think they were after, or should I leave it there for the police to get a full scan of the apartment? You know what? I'm just gonna
do whatever you want with your stuff, with your belongings, sir. But as long as you and yourself are in a safe area.
Great. Thank you so much. Yeah, you know what? I'll go to a friend's house. Thank you. I'm just so harrowed by this whole event. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Thank you, sir. And the line ends. The line goes dead.
Great. That was the first thing I'd like to do. And then I would like to turn to Ulez, and I'd like to say to them, hey, Ulez, you remember those Sherlock Holmes audiobooks that we were listening to?
Oh, yes. They were very engaging.
You remember the character of Irene Adler?
We do.
Yeah. The the one person I think that can really humble Sherlock, someone who's just incredibly brilliant and is able to see a few paces ahead and honestly intimidate Sherlock if he were to be so honest with himself. Well, it turns out, Ulez, I actually happen to have my own Irene Adler of sorts. And
You do?
I would like to walk over to the fridge. I'd like to open it. I would like to pull out a can of energy drink. Let's say it's Mother Energy Drink.
Sure.
And I'd like to put it onto the countertop. And I'd like to look around. Yeah, so she sent this gift to me, and I'm gonna cover what I'm doing just in case. I'm pretty sure it's just microphones, but in case there are cameras, so only Ulez can see me. And I would like to unscrew the energy drink that Vion would never have to imbibe. I would like to unscrew it, and inside there is a hidden compartment where I have some USB sticks.
Okay.
And yeah, so my personal Irene Adler, I guess, is someone by the name of Destiny, and she sent this to me, and I think I finally understand why. So, what do you say we go for a little bit of a walk?
Oh, yes. I would like that a lot.
Great. And I would like to secure the can and head out of the apartment.
Well, where are you going, just out of curiosity?
Across the street. We're just
The
going to
park.
post up.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. And you go to sit across the street, and I assume kind of stake out your own apartment.
Exactamundo.
Do we give Sandy a heads up? This might be a little traumatizing for him.
On the way out, we should probably check in with Sandy, huh?
Yeah. Just be like, greetings, Sandy.
Hey.
We are expecting more visitors. They are going to be, not good.
Yeah.
But we are in control of the situation, and we thank you for your patience.
I'm just going to take your word for it. He kind of looks at his watch, and he's like, just, be careful, you two. I worry about you.
Oh, of course. We
Yeah.
thank you. It has been some time since we have done some art together, but perhaps once things settle down a little bit, we can spend some more time in the courtyard.
Looking forward to it, Ulez. And Sandy, heads back to sleep. And as you go to stick out your own apartment, we're going to zip over to Warehouse City. Benny Beckett, right about the time all this was going on, it took you a little extra time to get home since you live all the way out in Warehouse City. You're coming into your apartment, and your cell phone rings. You can see it is Dino.
It's so late, man. And hello?
Hey, just wanted to let you know you should take the day off tomorrow. I think you earned it after that fight today.
All right.
Also, I used some Chatterbox money to buy up as many videos of that fight as I could, and right now I'm transferring them all to a drive that I'm afraid is going to be accidentally erased as soon as I'm done. So I'm not sure what else is out there, but I haven't seen your face on the news yet. So let's keep our fingers crossed, okay?
Oh, thanks, Dino. That's actually kind of a relief. Yeah, I'll check in if I find anything, but yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Keep me posted. Nighty night, kid. And he hangs up.
Night, Dino. What a weird day. Okay, and she's gonna go. She takes her bag off, whatever. She goes into her room, kicks off her boots. She sits down on her bed, stands up, kind of walks in a circle, and sits down again. She turned into lava today, fully, and I don't know if she knows what to do with herself. I think she takes out her phone again to FaceTime her moms, and then immediately puts it away because she can't lie to them. And I don't think they need to know anything about what happened today. And then is okay, drafts 3 different texts about weird pointed questions about fire and stuff, but she knows they would probably figure it out, and ends up just asking how their weekend was. And puts her phone down, and eventually gets back up and goes and sits at her computer. And I want to go to the Whisper Network, and I want to look up our superpowers. I want to look up fire, lava, ghosts, like light, beams, flight. Like I want to see if there's anyone talking about me or my friends on the Whisper Network.
Okay, make an intellect roll.
Oh, I'm so bad at those. Copy dice. Let's do this. No. That is a 4.
You dig through a lot of stuff and you see one reference to somebody saying that they saw a white-clad figure with a cape flying over Avalon on say the day that you went to the manor.
Nice. Any photos?
No, just somebody saying, that from the ground that they saw this, figure who looked like they had a big white cape or something.
Okay, I'm gonna bookmark that. And then she like closes the browser and then opens the browser again. And she sits there and just stares at the search bar for got a solid minute and a half, and then searches Adam Aubrey.
Oh, wow. Okay. All right. Just for people who don't remember in the audience, Adam Aubrey is the name that came out of the envelope Dino gave Benny with information about her biological father. Benny has basically just looked inside the envelope and seen a name and an address, and that is, I believe, all that they know. So do me a favor, make an intellect roll.
Oh, geez. Okay, new dice. Let's try it. Come on, man. Another 4.
All right. That's not great, but this is not super top secret information or anything. You're not trying to hack the police or anything. So what I'm going to say here is just a Google search. A Google search doesn't find a ton of stuff, but you find a sort of old web page that looks like it is possibly out of date. If it looks like maybe it is from a few years ago and hasn't been updated. Listing an Adam Aubrey as an adjunct professor in the science department at Hamlin University. And that is it.
Okay. There's is there a bio or anything?
No,
sometimes they have faculty bios.
It's there's a space for a photo and a bio, but they are both empty. And it lists. It says his office is located in the Wellard Hall building, and under office hours, it says N/A.
Ugh, useless. Well, I know he's a professor. I'm gonna take a page from some of my friends' books, and I want to look him up on Rate My Professor. But you didn't have that on your Google Doc.
No. Okay.
Hold on,
isn't there a hotness rating on that?
Yeah, there is. I don't care about that. I made a bad roll. So I'm trying to get crafty.
Okay, you go on to Rate My Professor, and you do find a page for Adam Aubrey, and what you see is that there are only a small handful of ratings as far as teaching stuff. You don't really see much. They mostly positive. You see a comment that lists him as mostly like a substitute and a fill-in guy, but the hotness ratings are off the charts.
I hate that. Okay.
Thematically, though, that ties in.
Which also leads to my next prompt is that this is her only lead on some weird stuff has been happening and it's been getting weirder, and she doesn't know what to do, and she can't ask her moms about it because if her moms knew anything, she would know probably at this point. So she's gonna go back to the search bar and do a series of searches of Adam Aubrey fire, Adam Aubrey heat, Adam Aubrey thermodynamics, just how many buzzwords can I come up, because he's a scientist, what can I anything if I can find his name in any articles or something related to fire. And she gets that she might be grasping at straws, but this is her only lead, so she's gonna wear it into dust.
Give me an intellect roll.
Oh, goodness. Okay, all right. Come on, give me something. Give me something I can work with. Okay, all right. Yeah, I can work with that. I can work with the 10. I'll take it.
Okay. Let's see. What do you find? You don't find anything in the way of Adam Aubrey fire, Adam Aubrey, but you keep digging, you keep putting his name in with different stuff and searching website after website, and
Getting
eventually
weird and esoteric with it at some point. Like,
yeah, you do find a wedding announcement for
okay.
A. Aubrey and C. Daly from 2011. It's very bare bones.
Do I recognize that Daily?
No,
No, okay.
it's not Carson Daly, if that's what you're thinking.
Maybe that's why. It's actually also the initial, like, first initial and last name of a family friend. That might also be why it sounded familiar to me, Caitlin.
Yeah, that's not that person.
Okay. Oh, good. She's 15. So, sorry.
Definitely not that person.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay, yeah, all right. She's kind of, I think, getting frustrated that there might be nothing, but she's gonna pull out her phone and she has saved in a note the address from the file. And how far is that from here?
Adam Aubrey's address, I wrote this down somewhere. Hang on, is 781 Westfall Terrace, apartment 9F in Riften, which is the Waterland neighborhood of Riften. Jake, can you put up the Riften map? You will see from the Riften map, whenever it comes, yeah, there you go, that Waterland is it there? I think I put Waterland on the map.
I see. I think it's at the top right there.
Yes, right there at the top. Yeah. So from where you are in Warehouse City, by subway, I would assume that is, that could be a good hour, depending on the time of day, give or take.
Okay. She's gonna pull it up on like maps or whatever, and then I think it's probably been a while. I think she's been at this for like too long. She's going to close everything that she's got about Adam Aubrey, and then before she goes to bed, I'm going to do one last search. She's going to look up, see if she can find anything about the Enlightenists and jewelry.
Give me an intellect roll.
Yeah. Particularly a necklace, however. I will take what I can get. Ugh, not good, not great. 5.
Nah, for 5, you basically just find, the Enlightenist website, which is kind of, very dead-endy, just like tells you the address of the place you've already been, and, has like a little blurb about them, and it's sort of very, they're a very closed organization. They seem not to put a ton of themselves online there.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, then she's gonna pull out her phone, close it, slap her laptop shut, and pull out her phone, and she's gonna text her friends and ask if anybody is free tomorrow.
Yes, I'll receive this text. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then she's gonna try to go to bed and probably take a while to fall asleep, but that's my evening.
Cadrax?
I respond immediately.
Cadrax and Ulez's text ASAP.
Yeah, none of my friends sleep, so like,
right.
I'm not concerned about texting at this hour.
And furthermore, I am unemployed.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
No, you're not.
We know he's not.
Okay, fine. I'm not.
But that's in fact part of what Cadrax is meditating upon, as they have started. They're walking around the city a little bit, sort of orbiting closer to the Fight Club, but not really going there directly. Like they're not really into it, and their mind is on something else, trying to chew through how to solve this problem of the money payments, because Abigail wants them to continue to reside with her and is clearly in need of protection despite cataracts themselves being a source of danger. One can be both. They contain multitudes.
And the theater that the Fight Club is in is dark tonight. So as you pass it by, it's it's kind of a shadow of itself. The name of that theater written down somewhere, but I'm not going to go digging for it now. But yeah, it is dark. And Bion and Ulez, you sit across the street from your own apartment. And about 3 hours later, you start getting.
To add really quickly. Sorry, in those 3 hours, Vion and I are sharing earbuds to listen to another Sherlock Holmes podcast audiobook.
Ooh, the Tale of the Three Pips.
Yes.
All right, you're listening. Yeah, like 3 orange pips or whatever it is, right? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you're listening to that, and
not a great ending, but yeah.
It's read by someone real good. Yeah, it's a yeah. By the time you've made it through a few of those audio adventures of Sherlock Holmes, you start getting the feeling that this promised police cruiser is not showing up.
Okay, well, yeah, it's been about 3 hours, Ulez. There's a pretty good chance that they're just not going to make it.
Oh, is that a factor that you request assistance and they do not provide it?
Yeah, very much so. Unless you're rich. So what I'm thinking is maybe these are just facts, folks. I lived in Hollywood for a while.
Out of the mouths of naive alien artificial intelligences.
A thought that I'm having is I have some backup files on these USB, sticks. We could see if they're popping up in any police files to see if they're putting the information that they took from the apartment. Granted, it sounds like they wanted that more for show than anything, but maybe just to cover our bases.
We think that is a great idea. I would also like to ask, are we not concerned about these same folks ransacking our office? It is under your name.
Yeah, you know what? Can we let's go check that out. I don't want you. I know that sometimes when you teleport with someone, it kind of takes a little bit out of you. I don't want that. I don't want you to have to deal with that. So I will just try to copy you if that's okay.
Can I do one teleport? Because I can only go so far. I can go a little bit farther. I'm feeling more comfortable with these powers, but would you like to teleport us the rest of the way?
Oh yeah, let's do that.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'll say trading on and off, yeah, I'll tell you what, actually, Ulez, because your teleportation can go awry. Yeah. So do me a favor and give me your teleportation roll with your uh-oh die.
Yes.
We love an uh-oh die.
All right, uh-oh die is okay. And my teleportation roll is 8.
Yeah, that'll do it. Now, your teleportation is up to level 4, thanks to your minor change.
Yeah.
So at level 4, you can go several city blocks. And from Fort Trumbull over to Yard Hill is, not super far. So I will say, based on that 8, that the two of you are able to bamf your way over just fine.
Oh, wow.
And
was surprised.
Yeah, I mean, you don't make it all the way in one, but you said you were going to trade off, right?
Yes,
I'm just going to let that one represent the whole journey. And you arrive to find that the office seems fine.
Oh, all of our plants and technology are intact.
Then why would they only go after the apartment?
What items do you possess in there that you do not possess here?
A record player.
Okay.
Aside from that, I don't know.
Well, we can, for the time being, look up that information and cross-reference the data you have based on the police database.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, this is sort of stuff that would get scanned and filed anyhow. Not everything, but it's just like I entered as much as I could. The way this kind of works, just so you know, is every so often Destiny will send me something. I won't understand what it is. She'll just send me something, and I got to figure it out. I don't know if she's toying with me or what, but this one I did crack. There were a few I still am kind of rubbing my head about, but this one I had a sense that something was coming down the line. So let's try to hack into the police database. Let's see what we can do.
Yes, let's.
Well, you are at the office and you have a computer, thanks to your mysterious benefactor that gives you +2 on hacking rolls. State-of-the-art computer that has a translucent green shell and like a really crappy Game Boy type screen for some reason.
It looks so cool.
Yeah, I guess that's the reason. But so Ulez, you can just interface with the computer by laying hands on, and why don't you give me a hacking roll, which is intellect?
All right. That is mediocre, but when I add my intellect, it becomes a 7 plus
And you can
2.
also use investigation because you are investigating right now. So
That's true.
All right, that makes a 10 total.
Okay.
I went from mediocre to pretty okay.
Okay, but hacking into the police computer is very hard, so that is just a moderate success.
Oh, okay. Do you require me to do better? Like, does it look like, is there kind of like, as Ulysses is touching the computer and information is appearing, does it look like I'm not accessing the documents and the files that I was told to look for?
You seem to find the place where new evidence is logged.
Okay.
But
When I
you do not-
Control F.
You do not find any references to Vion Vigor or his address.
Okay, I will burn a determination to re-roll that whole thing.
Okay.
And
Ulez,
this
that
is-
brings you to 1.
And I'm going to chalk this up to I'm learning because I'm heckin' learning a lot right now. There we go. From a 2 to a 6. So that makes my total. I got to do math. 11, 12, 13, 14. 14.
14. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So that is a major success. And you still don't find any reference to Vion or his address. But this time, you feel a little more certain that you're not finding it because there just is none. Nothing about a search warrant, nothing about a search, nothing about evidence being logged.
And Ulez will kind of like tilt the screen a little bit to Vion. I don't know if it's going to make a whole lot of sense, but I am unable to determine. There is no evidence of your name, your data, your possessions. It is like this search never even occurred. And yet I have seen the mess. I can confirm that it did occur.
Okay.
Why would they not log all of their activities?
So there is no search warrant in the system.
None. You have a parking ticket, but that was all I could find.
Yeah. I should just pay that. I would like to call our detective friend.
Yeah.
Leon Neal?
Yeah, I would like to call up Leon if that's all right.
Yeah, you call the number on your on the card that he gave you, and it goes to voicemail. I mean, it is like 4 a.m. or something.
Yeah, that's a good. Well, yeah, setting boundaries with work is important, so I can't be mad about that.
Mm.
I'll leave a message.
Sure. What's the message?
Hey Leon, this is Vion Vigor. Something really interesting happened with your boys in blue. So do you mind giving me a call back? And just between you and me, pal, call me first before sort of looking into this or filing anything. All right. I hope you're doing well. And I'll hang up.
and you have left your message.
Great.
And the night turns into morning. So
Okay.
let's just boom. And Benny Beckett, you are awakened the next morning by a knock on your door, a banging on your bedroom door. It is your roommate Miranda, and she's just like, "Hey, I'm running out, but I just wanted to say, if you're going to be cooking or whatever you were doing in here over the weekend, open a window or something. The whole place smelled like burning when I got home yesterday."
Yeah, sorry. Trying out some new recipes for my mom.
Yeah,
Didn't work
whatever,
out.
gotta go, bye.
Okay,
And then
bye.
you hear her just like run out and slam the front door.
This is not sustainable. This is not sustainable. Okay, she's gonna get out of bed and like get ready for the day and see if any of her friends would like to had responded and would like to maybe do something very foolish today.
So it sounds like from before you find responses from everybody, if I'm correct. Kadrax, over at your apartment, you don't sleep, so you don't awake, but you find Abigail in the kitchen eating breakfast on her way out to work, Fruit Loops maybe, and she's just like, "Hey, the strangest thing happened last night. I had dinner with my father for 3 hours, and he didn't mention a word about what happened at the manor. Like, he must know. That camera in the vault must have seen me in there, and we left all that damage behind, but he didn't say a thing. Isn't that weird?"
Did you?
What's that?
Did you?
No, I was going to bring it up if he wasn't going to.
He let you be locked in a vault whereby you might suffocate unto death. This seems like a reasonable domain of criticism and further inquiry.
I don't like getting into things with my father, and it's that's kind of on me. I'm the one who decided to break in there. I mean, I'm sure it wasn't intended for me, whatever happened, but it don't you think it's strange that he didn't mention his house was broken into, and that he didn't see me on the camera in the vault? It very odd.
What did you talk about for 3 hours, then?
He just likes to drone about business stuff. And, then I talk about hospital stuff, and then he usually ignores that and just talks about more business stuff.
So you exchange monologues with no interest in the other's topic.
Yes, exactly. You understand.
Oh.
What, is your family not like that?
No, they are different.
Yeah, well, told you my father was an asshole. All right, I gotta run. And she gets up and throws her bowl in the sink and grabs her stuff, and she's like, "You have a good day. I'll see you later."
Do well at the hospital. Do many surgeries. Interesting ones.
Bye. Bye, dog. And she heads out. So, Kadrax, what do you want to do now?
Well, I was told there would be foolish ideas.
Okay, so are
Would you
headed...
also like to engage in foolish ideas? Yes, I thought so.
Dog?
Here, have a piece of cheese.
And yeah, dog just like devours that cheese and then kind of looks at you to see if there's more coming.
The dog is permitted to lick my appendages.
And
for
yeah,
further
dog
taste
just...
of cheese.
Yes, dog just really goes to town on your fingers. And oh my god, it looks like we have unlocked the lore drop. 250.69, I am told. Nice. Thank you so much, everybody. Wow, yeah, thank you. That's amazing. Wow. So yeah, do you what did you say? Are you heading over to Benny's, or are you all meeting somewhere? How's this working?
I will text that inquiry onto Benny.
Is there we could all get in the van and probably go down. That might be the easiest way to get all of us in one spot. But I don't remember who has the van.
You should own the van by now, Benny. You are the only one who does not have easy transportation without us.
I think Vion had it last.
I think so.
Yeah, but in terms
Possibly.
of vehicles, I think that you should probably hold on to them. Vion doesn't have a great track record.
Right, there's a parking ticket in this system.
Yes,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, that's it.
Understandable. I just currently, I was like, I think I was dropped off the last time I saw the van.
Well, I mean, the manor was, I think, the last time that the van made an appearance, but we
Yeah.
time skipped thereafter, so
Yes.
the ownership is narratively convenient.
So let's say y'all meet at Benny's and Vion brings the van and you all climb into the van and head up to Riften.
So when he's in the car, everyone's in the car, she gets in the car and is immediately like, okay, so this is going to sound really weird. And I promise that I've not lost my mind. I might have just a little bit, but like, maybe I mentioned it. Ulez knows the guy, the guy, you've heard of him. He got hands on a guy who might maybe know things. Maybe. Like, I don't have a dad. I have 2 moms, but like this guy, he gave me his DNA, so that's how I exist. And also, he might also have more info, and I don't know. That's a shot in the dark. I have his address and I have his name, which is extremely creepy. But at this point, I don't know where else to have. I turned into magma yesterday, and I would like to know what happened. And I think maybe he'll know. Maybe. And we're driving, like
Yes. You're panicking, like looking over every now and then of like your anxiety.
I'm changing lanes, like moving, like so that's what I've got today. Like
Oh, okay.
Good morning. How's everybody doing? I have donuts, and she's like pulls them out of her bag and like passes them around.
Wow, you buried the lead there, Benny.
I got up really early. I couldn't sleep. So I figured backup might be nice if this gets really weird.
Are we expecting combat?
I hope not.
Oh, okay.
I don't think so, but it could be strange for him. As far as I know, he doesn't know I exist. I knew he existed in like a vague sense in which I knew he had to exist for me to exist, but like I never knew him. I never met him. He's not someone who's a part of my life or anything. He's just a guy, but he's a guy who might have answers. So unfortunately, this is my only lead.
Okay.
Yeah.
This sounds like your creator, and it is important to thank those who have helped create you and accept what they have instilled upon you and move on.
Yeah, I just want to know if he can start on fire. So that's kind of yeah.
This sounds like a pretty big emotional, thing to bite off there, Benny. How you doing?
Genuinely fine. Like he's just a guy to me.
Yeah.
We'll see if this gets weird as we go, I guess. It might get weird as we go.
Why is your speech at an increased pace indicative of anxiety?
Can't get anything past you, Doc. Because I am nervous. I'm not concerned about the fact that this guy, is related to me. I'm just concerned about the fact that he is a stranger who I know and he doesn't know me back, and I'm about to show up on his doorstep, and that's a little weird.
Yeah.
And I'm also nervous about finding out something, and also the potential of not finding out anything. I think there's just a lot of variables here, and I think that might be where that's coming from.
Yeah. All right, let me ask you this, Benny, because I kind of get where you're coming from, and this kind of stuff can be interesting and tough. What kind of music would you? I know that our tape deck doesn't work, but what kind of music would you like right now while we're driving?
Oh man. Oh.
Like what? Like, do you want to like push those feelings down? Do you want to amp those feelings up?
Let's do something
cat's
upbeat.
in the cradle.
You're doing no. Let's do something upbeat. I think. Yeah.
You want something upbeat?
Yeah. How's the weather? Is it like nice? Is it like a nice day? We could enjoy a nice drive, or is it like?
Yeah. We're into the middle of December, so it is a clear day, but it is a little cold.
I'll take it. Cold, fine, great. Clear, sun's out, awesome. Makes
Cool.
it a nice day. We'll have a nice drive, and we'll go meet a stranger who might know something and might not also.
Okay, yeah. I would like to use probability control on the radio so that we can just get like a playlist that is kind of like
What?
Benny's vibe right now.
Amazing.
What? They're
Right,
just gonna
yeah.
play your phone loudly. This is much
Be
better.
I'm going through the radio. It's like one channel's like Papa Don't Preach. The next one's like Papa's got a brand new bag. It's just on and on.
Oh no.
Oh no, that would be that's not exactly what I that
Now,
would be if
let's
I roll
say,
really badly.
yeah, okay. Give me you actually want to do this? So
Yeah.
all right. Tell you what, I'm just gonna say that your probability control just works
Thank you.
because this is not like a combat situation. So just give me a roll on your probability control.
Okay.
Which I will look up how it works right now.
This is 3 plus roll. Okay. 7, which means 1 to 3. What?
You have extra
Oh,
determination.
here we go.
multiple power levels.
Oh no. I got bad luck. I rolled a 4 on the die.
It
1
gives
to
you-
3 equals good luck. 4 to 6 equals bad luck.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah, so with bad luck, yeah, so you just keep finding like terrible father theme songs, just each one less appropriate for the occasion than the last. Sorry.
Nice. Benny, I think Benny like turns it down a little bit and is like, okay, so question for the group. Let's focus group this a little bit.
Oh.
Do I just should I haven't figured out the best way to do this. I've been thinking about this for weeks, trying to figure out how, if I ever had to talk to him, do I just go in and be like, hi, I start on fire. Do you? Or is this subterfuge, like espionage, familial espionage? I don't really know how to approach this. I haven't figured it out. And we're on our way there, which seems like maybe not so great planning on my part, but I haven't figured that out. If anyone has thoughts on that, that'd be great. Because otherwise, I think I might just start on fire at his doorstep, and I don't think that'll be good for anybody.
Yeah.
Actually, that might work, but
that also might work if that happens.
Yes. You were asking me for tips on human socialization.
Yeah.
mm-hmm.
From what I understand, the purpose of using human language is to convey intent and to exchange information. Therefore, you should do that.
Okay. That's
Mhm.
great.
We agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
yeah, none of that was false. Yeah. So my main concerns here are, what if he's not? What if he has no idea what I'm talking about? Do we just leave?
Oh, correct. We
Sorry,
can
pretend
turn
you've
around and-
never. Ooh, I guess.
Do you have
Yeah, I
further
guess that's.
information you need from him beyond whether or not he is pyrokinetic?
I mean, if he is why the heck was he given his DNA to make more people? I don't understand. If he knew, I don't know.
Yeah.
But
That
if he has
has
nothing
certain
to-
presumptions of heritability, but your
That's the thing, I don't know if it
response
is.
does answer the question, which is, if you are only interested in him for his capacity to start a flame and not for any of his other personal characteristics, then if he does not do that, you should simply leave.
That's true. Yeah.
Correct.
Okay.
We
So
can go for coffee.
yeah, I'd be
and
into that.
salad.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That makes
Also,
sense.
this is a fun little drive that we're going on.
Yeah, it's good.
This
I
is
love
nice.
this. This is the best. I let this drive go on for the rest of the episode. Honestly,
If you let Benny anxiety talk, I will do this for an hour. You can.
I will continue to give extremely sound advice,
Good.
you should walk away the moment that you don't have any further reason to talk to someone.
That's
Turn
fair.
around.
No further social courtesies.
Like the thing is like all like everything like it's a very straightforward interaction. Like if you don't get what you need from me, you just leave. But Benny's like, but if it goes bad, then everything's a failure. And I don't know, the world ends. Like she's catastrophizing a little bit, which is very fun.
I think over the course of the ride, that is certainly Cadrex's focus.
Mhm.
So what if bad thing happens?
Mhm.
Just in part because the bad thing is so much more frightening when it is inchoate. By articulating the specific outcome that you're afraid of and evaluating whether or not it in fact results in apocalypse, then perhaps that will allay your anxieties that some sort of suboptimal outcome is in fact catastrophic, and likewise to determine whether it is in fact a negative outcome. If you go through this exchange and find nothing, then you are in exactly the same state that you are now, which is not catastrophic.
You know what? That's true. Yeah, none of this will be world ending.
Yeah,
Which is good.
On top of that, let me ask this really quickly. What do we want to do for dinner? What are you feeling, Benny?
Ooh, Thai?
I was just thinking that, and I didn't do the mind thing because I'm kind of evaluating that stuff. Great. Here's what I'm saying. No matter what happens, it happens. Let's just focus on the fact that we're gonna have some really good Thai food tonight. Do you know what I mean?
That's
Sometimes
good.
when I get nervous, I think about like, what's the fun thing I'll do once this is over? Like,
Could I request a bushel of basil with the Thai that you order?
How much is a bushel?
We're not certain, but the last time we acquired a bushel of Thai, of basil, it was more than I could hold in my hands.
Yeah, that thing grows pretty fast. So yeah, yeah, absolutely. What I'm thinking in my mind is there a restaurant where we can maybe get two different types of basil so you can kind of compare and contrast for fun,
There are more types?
Yeah, you got lemon basil, you got Thai basil. Yeah, you got a whole bunch.
It is winter, but do you think there are any greenhouses in the area?
I think so.
Pick up some stuff.
A house of green,
Mhm.
like your White House.
Probably much more interesting to you in particular.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And we will crossfade on this conversation.
Please go.
The radio starts playing "Light My Fire" by the Doors. You finally arrive in the Waterland neighborhood of Riften, and you park and you find 781 Westfall Terrace. It is, a nice kind of middle-class-ish apartment building, kind of stands at the end of like a small park. It is, nothing crazy, but, nice.
Does someone need to let us in, or can we just like walk in?
You can just walk in. It looks like that there's a little desk for a doorman, but it is unmanned.
Okay. I think I'm gonna go with the direct approach. I'm not gonna start on fire inside of a building, but we'll see how this goes. And I would like to go. Sorry, what was the number? Do we have to get like an elevator or stairs or whatever? Go up.
It is apartment 9F. There is both elevator and stairs.
All right. Well, we'll head up.
Also, are we all going with you? Like, is this the appearance that you want your first impression to? Okay.
Yeah. No,
Okay.
I'm good with. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. And
before we head up really quickly, I just want to like turn to Benny and just like put up two hands for high fives. Just like, you got this. You got this. You got this.
This is gonna be weird no matter what. I think that's just how this is gonna be. It'll be fine.
Hey, Benny, you punched a snowman and you made it melt. Don't worry about it. You got this. Is easy. This is easy pieces compared to that.
Yeah, we have done weirder. That is true. We've done seen stranger things in the last month than this, probably.
Yeah,
that's a different show. Okay. I get in the elevator.
I turn to Ulez. Do the humans always have such fraught relationships with the progenitors of their biochemistry?
It seems this way. Vion and I are listening to some audiobooks, and there is talk of a lot of conflict between the originators and themselves. We do not understand.
It seems nigh irrational to take exception or otherwise have such highly charged relationships purely on the basis of their biological origin?
Correct.
Oh, sorry. Go
Oh.
ahead.
Oh, no, Vion, I just wanted to inform Cadrax that on my planet, we have something akin to how you refer to your parents, but it is simply their duty to ensure that your parts are replaced at a regular interval to maximize your capacity as you wish to learn.
Do you have the same number as they do? 2 seems so very small.
Oh, that is simply my designation is different, and we all have individual designations. Ulez Gali is. Wait, what was your question?
How many maintainers
Oh,
each
correct.
of you has?
Simply 2.
Huh.
When
Interesting.
Ulez Gali is. One more little bit of lore that I just decided, sorry.
Yeah, go for it.
When an Ulez Gali decides that they do not wish to learn, they maintain. It is a process until they wish to maintain no more, and then they are recycled.
Interesting. So the maintainers are made exclusively of the incurious?
Correct.
Fascinating.
It is fascinating. Add that to my Ulez lore page.
I have learned all I need to learn, and now I will encourage someone else to do so.
Exactly.
So you make it to apartment 9F, and it is a door that says 9F.
Yikes, scary. Oh, good golly. She like stares at it for like a second, and then reaches out and just knocks a bunch real quick.
Yeah, and you knock, and you can hear some footsteps on the other side of the door, and the door opens real quick, and on the inside you see this sort of anxious-looking late middle-aged man who I will say is played by Don Cheadle.
Okay.
And he looks at you, and he goes, and his kind of face falls a little bit, and he says, "Who? Yes?
Hi. Are you Adam Aubrey?
No.
Do you know where I can find him?
Who are you?
My name is Robin Beckett, and I need to speak with Mr. Aubrey as soon as possible.
Are you a student?
Well, perspective, I guess. This is strange. I just need to talk to him. Is he around, or is there a way I can contact him? I can get out of your hair. It seems like you're waiting for someone or something.
And he kind of.
Are you okay?
He looks uncertain. He's like, "Nah, it's a long story. Tell you what, Benny, make an intellect roll."
Oh, jeez. These are I can't. I'm bad at those. Okay. No! 4!
4.
Can nervous read nervous? Is that
Okay. As he's kind of fumbling for words, you kind of look over his shoulder into the apartment behind him, and on the wall there's a photo of this man who you are talking to, and he is wearing a tuxedo, standing on a beach next to another man in a tuxedo. But that other man's face is blocked by the leaf of a houseplant that is just hanging kind of right there.
Are you in trouble, sir?
No, I'm not in trouble. Adam's in trouble. I'm Cal, and he holds his hand out.
Yeah. And she shakes his hand and she says, "Actually, sorry, I was being formal. You can actually call me Benny. My friends here are investigators. Sorry to offer your services without asking first, but maybe we can help."
Like police investigators?
No. Private investigators.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh.
I do surgery in combat.
Yeah. That's true.
Benny, make a
Correct.
willpower roll.
Okay. All right. Okay. It's a 9.
Private investigators. Well, yeah, I guess I got nothing to lose at this point. Yeah, come in. And,
Benny will like turn around and like face her friends and like shrug, and then we'll turn around and go and follow him in. Like, I guess this might as well happen.
Yeah, Vion just whispers, "Die food, die food."
Yeah, later.
And you walk in, and it's a nice place, you know. And couch, love seats, reclining chairs, nice sized television. You know, looks like a home. And as you get,
How did he introduce himself?
Cal?
Cal.
Did he say his last name?
No, he didn't.
He just said Cal. Okay.
Yeah. And as you get further into the room, you can get a better look at that picture on the wall, and you can see that it is this man, Cal, standing, like I said, on a beach, and he's standing with another man in a tuxedo. And the other man in the tuxedo, you can now see his face. If I had to cast him, I'd say he was Paul Rudd.
Wow.
Okay.
All right.
That's a big get. Okay.
And Cal says, "Can I get you anything? Anybody need something to drink or?"
Could I have some water to water your plant?
Yeah, I think the plant's okay, but
Mm-mm. It is very dry. Look at the soil.
and he kind of runs to the sink real quick, and you hear him fill up a glass, and he comes back and he hands it to you.
We thank
and he
you.
Sort of watches curiously while you,
Poured into the plant that was blocking the picture.
And he kind of offers you a seat on the couch, and then he sits down and on the love seat across from you, and he sort of says, Adam is my partner. We've been married 9 years now. 4 days ago, he had to run some errands down in Baronsdale. He was headed to the public library. And I know he got there because he texted me when he got off the subway, and he asked if I wanted anything from this bakery that's in the area that I like. And then he never came home, and I haven't heard from him since. I reported it to the police, but they've been very cagey about telling me anything. I get the feeling they're holding out, but no matter who I call, I can't seem to get any kind of a straight answer.
Okay. Well, I've already made the decision to be very straightforward with this interaction. So I'm here because I needed to talk to Adam because he's my dad. Technically, sorry.
Cal kind of like suspects you.
In a not in like a familial way, but in like I borrowed his DNA. He's not my dad. Like I don't think he was.
Does he
infidelity
know about this?
I assume that it was consensual giving of DNA, but like I've never met him, and I have some well, I guess we'll keep this less weird, health concerns that I need to talk to him about, and I'm looking to see if some stuff is hereditary. That's really kind of why I showed up. And I'm very sorry, that's very shocking. You're dealing with a lot, but that's, since you're sharing info with us, that's why I'm here. Sorry.
And he kind of like, picks up a pillow and kind of like hugs it a little bit and like, whew. This is turning out to be quite a week.
Tell me about it. Yeah,
Well,
I don't know if he ever knew my mom's. They never talked about him. I think it was just in vitro. They never knew each other. It was whatever, but
I know a little about his medical history. I could tell you what I know, but I don't know. Maybe if you said you're investigators.
no, we definitely, yeah. I'm not gonna just bail, dude. I'll help you find him. I wouldn't make you pour your guts out and then leave.
You are our client now, and we help.
Yeah, whatever it costs, just tell me.
Oh, do we have rates?
Yeah, 1 second, hold on. And we'll like kind of like turn to Benny. I don't think we should charge for this one.
Well, it's your business, so I wasn't gonna say anything, but I wouldn't probably want to do that.
Yeah.
He didn't come to us. We're kind of forcing our services upon him, so
We don't. Our cost of living, I'm gonna be honest, is very low. Cal, don't worry about it. Let's just make sure we get, your partner back.
Thank you. I'll find some way to make that up to you. What can I tell you? Anything I can tell you to help?
okay. A bakery in where did you say the bakery was?
The bakery's in Yard Hill. It's
Yard
just
Hill.
right around the corner from the Baronsdale Public Library.
Oh, that is very good.
It's called Valadares.
Have you gone to the bakery after the disappearance of your partner to investigate yourself?
That's a good question.
No, I'm an architect. I don't know much about investigating.
It's okay. But you do know about setting a foundation. So is there anything interesting about your partner that folks might target him for any reason? Was he in any particular debt? Did he anger anybody? Did he, I don't know, we've been hearing all these zany stories on the news about people flying around and being big and making snowstorms. Is he one of them? I turned to Benny.
And you kind of, no, no, I don't, not that I know of.
Okay, yeah, no debt, no, he hasn't angered anyone. Nothing about that silly question that I just threw out for fun. Well, tell you what, I suppose we can, head to the library. I don't know, Doc, do you want to maybe, if there's any medical information here that possibly you could check out just to get a sense of?
I would be happy to engage in further interviewing to see if there's anything of clinical significance and examine this location, see if it might provide any hint while you search for him and presumably his mortal enemies.
Yeah. Ules, do you have any ideas?
Oh, yes, I do. Cal, if you may, did your partner have a cell phone, and do you by chance know the exact number of their SIM card?
Number of their SIM card?
Correct.
No, I have his phone number, but the police have already said that they weren't able to trace him that way. But he kind of takes out a pen and he writes down the number, and he's like, if it's any help, that's his mobile number.
Okay,
hold on. Ules, that is brilliant.
I think how I understand how to track people.
I wonder. Okay, yeah. Okay, sorry. We'll crack this nut a little bit later separately. There's a chance we might ask you some. Okay, sorry about that. We got wheels turning. My friend Ules, so good at this. Okay, don't worry. We're gonna get him back.
Yeah, keep me posted and let me know if there's anything I can do.
What's his like normal day to day? Does he like where does he work? What are his locations where other people would be missing him? Or is he just
he teaches down at Hamlin,
Okay.
3 days a week, Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays this semester. Otherwise, he's here. He grades papers, plans lessons.
any other common locations he goes to? Favorite restaurant, coffee stop?
We're mostly homebodies. We go to some local places here in the neighborhood, but nothing that sticks out as to me would be significant.
Does he have any allies that he might visit?
I've called just about everybody we know, and So far, nobody's heard from him, and everybody has promised that they'll call me if they do.
Might any of those allies, in fact, be secret enemies?
Yeah, yeah.
And he kind of scratches his head, and he's just Adam's just about the sweetest guy you could possibly imagine. I can't imagine him having any enemies.
Okay.
Any weird
What do you think
hobbies?
happened then?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm kind of afraid to think about it. You know, the city can be violent.
Yeah, but you know, stick to what you know and facts. You know, sometimes spiraling out isn't exactly useful. That's fear taken over, and that's not necessarily logic. You're not reacting to anything in particular. So,
But he kind of wrinkles her nose a little bit, like, whoops, like, as if she wasn't just doing that 20 minutes ago.
and you know that's completely natural. But we sit with those feelings, we let those feelings happen, and then we let them pass, and they go on their merry way. We'll keep you updated. We'll see what we can do.
We'll exchange contact info so if he doesn't think he can talk to us.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Yeah.
We'll keep you posted.
Okay, where are you heading from here? Kadrax, so you say you're staying behind, or
that was
did
what I
catch that?
understood my assignment to be. So I will investigate the place, and perhaps I have been designated to ask further questions of Cal. So my expertise in human socialization again,
Obviously,
provides fruit.
Okay, where are the three of you going then?
Can I? Here's what I'm thinking. I get the feeling that we don't. Cal might we might not get a ton from the house. Is kind of just like what my gut is saying. So what I'm thinking is, why don't the three of us step out and let Kadrax do what they do best, which is just be great. Quite frankly, we'll go get like some coffee, some snacks, some fresh air. I have a feeling that like that might have been like a pretty intense thing for Benny to go through. So we'll just go somewhere local, you know, like get something at 15 minutes and then come back, and then all of us can head out to the library. I think that's what I would pitch.
I'm into that.
Yeah.
But giving Kadrax a good amount of time to just, I feel like Kadrax can, if there is anything about him to pick up, Kadrax would be the one to just like connect the dots.
Kadrax.
I do have the expertise on humans, yes.
Yes.
All right,
I've studied their physiology extensively.
Kadrax, what are you looking for?
Yes. I will begin by allowing this man to have some moment to compose himself after what I understand was a difficult conversation. In so doing, I am going to take a brief examination of the apartment, if I might. I ask this of Cal for permission.
Yeah, and he says whatever you want. So give me an intellect roll.
All right, 9.
You search the apartment for a good 10 or 15 minutes, and, you know, just like you said, you find papers from students and, you know, materials from Hamlin and, you know, stuff like that, but nothing particularly interesting.
That doesn't surprise me. The things that I am looking for include any charred materials anywhere in the apartment.
You do not find anything like that.
I am looking for more than one piece of portable storage equipment. Namely, is Adam Aubrey's suitcase gone? Or are any other essential personal articles, for instance, the toothbrush?
No. Everything that you would expect to find, you find. The only things that are missing are the things that Cal says that he had on him.
Understood.
Wallets, you know, briefcase, that kind of stuff.
I would like then to go through the medicine cabinet and look for antipyretics, that is, fever reducers. We know one quality of Benny is that she does not get hot unless she apparently turns into magma, though I've not witnessed this.
No, medicine chest is just, Tylenol, toothpaste, nothing very super interesting.
I'll pull out the Tylenol. Are these yours?
They're just general for the household, really.
Does he take them often?
No, not especially.
Has he
Let me
been sick
guess.
recently in the past 6 months?
Not that I can recall. Is that important?
Well, it is possible that the cause of his absence is due to illness, and so trying to get a better understanding of medical history. Only 1% of humans in this region are found dead when they go missing. Therefore, it is much more likely that he is in fact alive, and so the differential is presumably that he left voluntarily due to unhappiness with his professional or interpersonal relationships,
And he
or
kind of
that he
seems
has
all,
some sort of illness.
what are you saying?
Well, that it is far more likely that he left intentionally or is ill than that something nefarious happened of grave consequence.
And he kind of, you're not from around here, are you?
I'm from the other coast.
That explains it.
So that does raise a good question. Do you two have a positive interpersonal relationship?
Yeah, I think 9 years happily married is positive.
Any recent increases in conflict lately?
No.
Any notable decreases in conflict lately? As though someone might be withholding their emotions due to lack of trust.
And he kind of looks at his wrist. He's like, Doc, Doctor, I just remembered. I have a thing. Kadrax, take a point of determination as he kind of hustles you out the door.
Lovely. I have gotten all of the information that Sam wanted. Thereafter, I was just being an expert.
While this lovely scene is playing out, the three of you are getting coffee or whatever, and Vion, your phone buzzes. It is Leon Neal.
Great. Okay, right before I pick it up, by the way, as we're like heading out, I just want to say like I kind of like shoulder bump Benny just like a little bit, and nothing too big or dramatic or overstated or whatever, really casual, just like you did really good.
Thanks. That was somehow weirder and also not as weird as I was expecting. So
Well, if that ain't par for the course for us.
you're right. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And then I'll pick it up. Hello? How? Hello?
Hey, Vion, how's my favorite superhero?
Oh, yeah. You got to butter me up for a conversation. How you doing, Leon?
I'm still alive. What's up? What can I do for you?
Yeah. I was about to make a joke about how, well, at least one of us is, but I don't know how transparent I've been with Leon in the past. I'm going to hold off. Just because I can't recall exactly how much of it I divulged at this point. Yeah. Hey, listen, my apartment got raided.
Raided? By
Yeah,
who?
by two cops. They covered up their badge numbers, so I couldn't identify them exactly.
Whoa. You think you could describe these cops to me?
Yeah, I think I could give you a pretty good description. I will say they did tell my landlord that they had a warrant after they kicked down my door, which I think is the wrong order of events if it were to be the case. But I don't think there's a warrant for in any regard. I don't know. I looked into the legal system. We didn't see anything.
And let's see. It's like, well, It could mean a lot of things. You
Yeah.
have to give me a little time to look into that. Anything else I could do for you?
No, honestly, I mean, we're kind of taking care of our own thing right now, but I just wanted to give you a heads up that it seems like something's going on. And we've worked together in the past. I'm going to be completely frank with you, if that's all right. We
Yeah.
have personally intervened with 2 situations where folks with powers have attacked specifically locations involved with the police. And shortly after, 2 cops came in, covered their badge numbers, and took a bunch of stuff. And I can't exactly explain to you, Leon, and if we get into an official investigation, we'll figure out how to put this down on paper. But they made it look like they took something from my apartment, and I have a feeling that they actually might have left something behind. So do what you need to do to keep yourself safe in a situation with this information. But I wanted to make you aware because I think you're one of the only people I trust outside of my team in the city. And I mean that.
Yeah, well, you watch your back.
Thanks.
Cops in this town can be incredibly dangerous.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we got some stuff to take care of, Leon. Hey, Ulas, you want to say hi to Leon real quick?
Oh, yes. We greet you.
Yeah, and you kind of hear like we greet you, like the little speaker. It's like, all right, and he hangs up.
Okay.
Oh, that was, well, Benny, it should be noted that Vion's household was burgled, but not truly burgled, based on the information that he has repeated to our friend. That should inform you as to our most recent events.
Wow, we got a full plate going on, huh?
Indeed.
Yeah.
Okay, well that's fun, and also sorry for not letting you guys get a word in edgewise, I guess, this morning. But is there anything I can do on that?
Oh, we're kind of on top of it. Plus, I grew up in the Bay Area, so it's not the most unusual thing that's ever happened. So
we waited 3 hours for first responders, and nobody arrived.
That was, I mean, we had a great time.
Oh,
but
the audiobook was very good. What was it called again?
Sherlock. This is like stories by Sir Arthur Conan Doyle.
Correct.
Yeah, the 3 Pips was like the main one that we kind of took away because the ending was a little bit of a letdown. Yeah. So yeah, I guess let's pick up the dock and let's head back into town.
All right.
All right. So you're headed back to Baronsdale to go to the library now.
That is correct.
Yeah, library and the bakery. We should definitely check out the bakery.
Yes. We should go to the bakery.
Is this a library that we are familiar with? Is this
it's our library.
It is? Okay.
Yeah, this is Pete's library.
Cool. Just want to make sure.
Yeah.
So, you know what? As you head back to Baronsdale, let's take our 10-minute break.
Oh, yes.
And we will pick up when you arrive at the library. Thank you so much, everybody. We will see you in 10. Welcome back. So, yeah, oh my God. When we last left the team, they were on their way to Baronsdale to go to the public library investigating the disappearance of Adam Aubrey. And I am told that Will W. Walton himself, Draconix, is in chat right now. Hello, Jack.
Hi, Jack.
And on that, we will say you arrive at the public library. It is, you have been, well, at least Vion has been here before. This is Pete's library. And yeah, it is, a library. So what do you want to do?
Is Pete working currently? Like, let's go to the desk and see if Pete's there.
Yeah, you approach the desk. You do not see Pete anywhere. There is a woman behind the desk. I would say she is played by Kelly Marie Trent.
Wow, great. Big fan. Hi there. Is by any chance is Pete the librarian around?
And she says, Pete typically works the night shift. He's the night librarian.
Sure,
the day belongs to me.
Wow, I like this energy. Okay.
Yeah, she points at her name tag. It says, hello, my name is Marley Dang.
Marley Dang. Hi, I'm Vion Vigor. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Vion. What can I help you find?
I'm so sorry, Marley. You caught me off a little bit. I was because I'm just so used to walking in and talking with Pete in the evenings.
Oh, he's great. We love Pete.
He's absolutely fantastic. But I don't mean and I'm very excited to get to know you as well. It's interesting to see like the daytime versus nighttime shift. We're looking for a gentleman who visited here, about yay high, brown hair. Hold on. I'm so sorry. This is so
Yay
unprofessional.
high with brown hair.
It's not going to narrow it down, is it?
Yeah. Can you tell me anything else?
He was here 4 days ago.
Yeah.
He's a professor at Hamlin. That might have come up at some point if you talk to.
I'll actually quickly pull up a picture from like the website, like the.
There wasn't a picture on the website, but if you would like to spend a point of determination, I can retcon that you took a picture from the apartment, or were given a picture by Cal.
I mean, we could burn that. I would like to put forth really quickly, and I won't take up too much time with this. A gentleman with that high of a hotness rating on Rate My Professor is not gonna have just casual pictures online.
You didn't find any on the university website. I'll tell you what.
Wait.
Yeah.
Wait. No, hold on. I want to go on to like whatever the equivalent of Facebook is and search Adam Daly.
Okay. Make an intellect roll.
I'm good at those. I need to make someone else do these. 5.
Yeah, you're kind of fumbling through it. Would anybody else want to take a shot?
Someone else.
Do you require assistance utilizing your cellular device?
Yeah, I'm just looking for a picture of him, and I don't know. I actually don't know if he goes by Aubrey or Daly. So if you can find a photo of him, I can't seem to navigate.
Oh, absolutely. I can search on a wider area than simply one website. May I touch your phone first?
Yes, please, and I will hold it up for them.
Who guys make an intellect roll? You can use investigation because you're investigating.
Yeah, we got this.
10.
Thank you.
That'll get the job done. Yeah, you find some pictures of Adam Aubrey, Facebook, and some some
Online
LinkedIn or
stuff,
something like
LinkedIn
that. Yeah,
for sure. Maybe like
Does
MySpace.
Yeah.
Does he
Yeah.
go by Adam Aubrey or does he go by Adam Daly?
let's say on Facebook, his personal page is under Adam Daly.
Okay. Okay.
And it looks like he's trying to maybe hide it from students or something like that. Or,
so about 4 days ago, this gentleman visited the library. Do you by any chance recognize him?
Oh yeah, the police were showing me that picture. Is this about the statue thing?
Yeah. Could you remind me again the statue thing?
Make a willpower roll.
Yeah, that was not today, Vion. Okay, here we go. 6.
That is a moderate success, and their weird statue appeared in the alley, and the cops took it. I don't know if I should be talking to you about this.
We're I'm gonna be completely honest with you. We're looking for a missing gentleman, and the cops have kind of washed up with nothing. I'm sure they've been around here and talked to some folks, but we're just seeing what we can do to just get this man found back to his partner.
Give me a willpower roll.
Okay, come on, be better. Will's in chat. Will's watching. Pumpkin is smiling at me today.
Yes.
That is going to be a 10.
Yes.
Yeah.
And Marley says, well, she kind of looks around, just leans in and says, I don't know much. I don't know who this guy is, but the police came in here asking a bunch of questions about him on the same day that this like weird statue appeared in the alley, like around the side of the library there. Okay. And then the police came with a truck and they just sort of took the statue away. I honestly don't know what one has to do with another, but that they never came back after that and didn't ask any more questions.
Are there any cameras out there or any that could have
Yeah.
captured that area?
No, we only have cameras inside the library, not on the outside. But
Would a neighboring building?
sorry,
Would a neighboring building?
The coffee shop or donut pastry shop?
I don't know. I can show you the spot, but that's probably.
Yeah,
mean,
if you don't mind, that would actually be very useful.
Yeah, and she sort of, says, Helen, I'll be back in 5. And, she kind of runs around the side of the thing. And
Thanks,
she's like,
Helen.
this way.
Mhm.
And she takes you out of the front of the library and walks you along. It's like, it takes up the whole block that it's on. So she, kind of gets to it. And then instead of a street at the end of the block on this one end, there is something that is, a little bit more of an alleyway that just cuts through to the next street over. And it is, it's long, just 2 walls on either side and, paved. And it's got some garbage cans in the dumpster and stuff like that. And she sort of points like right to the end of the alley, like, kind of right where it meets the street. And she's like, yeah, it was right here. There was like a statue. I figured it was, I figured it was some kind of, street artist thing, or just,
Sure.
it just appeared here or something. But, that kind of stuff happens in this neighborhood all the time. So I didn't really think much of it at the time until I saw the police taking it away. And then at that point, I kind of felt bad because I didn't really get a chance to appreciate it before it was gone.
Sure, yeah.
I'm gonna get Ulez hooked up to the Whisper Network and ask them to see if they can find any mention of this. People are talking about statues.
Oh, yes. Is there a separate VPN that I need to access in order to communicate with these folks?
No,
I've been on it, so probably not.
Okay.
Ulez, give me a investigation roll.
That's how it has to go. I just have an idea. I need to give it to one of my other friends because I can't search things.
12.
12. Okay, Ulez, you start searching the Whisper Network. It's got a lot of entries. What do the rest of you want to do while Ulez is searching the Whisper Network? Anything?
I do look to Vion and to the patch on the ground and shrug my shoulders and hope that is adequate to convey, would you like to do your post-cognition?
Yeah. I'm
if I see you moving toward it, then I will
I'm definitely picking
go to Marley and ask if she would be so kind as to assist me with a research query back in the library, so that you might broadcast without witness. And furthermore, so that my research query can be satisfied.
I love this move. We've pulled this multiple times. Like, you do this and I will leave this NPC away. Like,
and Marley's just like, oh, yeah, I can help you with anything. Yeah, sure. I mean, just tell me what you're looking for.
Yes, I'm looking for the academic work of Adam Aubrey.
Okay, hang on. And she leads you back towards the entrance of the building. And while that is going on, Vion, you're going to postcog?
That is correct.
Okay. Give me a postcog roll.
Okay. That's going to be an 8.
Okay. Some moderate success. Vion, moderate success. What does that get you? Well, I'm thinking about that. Ulez, you search the Whisper Network, and you, in fact, what was your roll? You got a 12, right?
12, yeah.
Yeah, okay. You find reports of strange statues of people, animals, I mean, dogs, cats, birds, just kind of popping up all over the city and being quickly rushed off the scene by the police. The reports are mostly in Baronsdale and a couple of older ones in southern Avalon.
Do folks talk about like the commonality in like the material that the statues are made out of? Like, is it all stone? Is it all marble?
You don't see anything to that effect. You see a couple of pictures, and they mostly look like, kind of like concrete.
Okay.
Sort of, like very rough gray material, and they are incredibly detailed. And that's about it. That's what you
Okay.
get. And while that is going on, Vion, you have to dig through a lot of visions. You postcog a couple of times because so many people have passed over the spot. But eventually, you manage to hit on something. And you quickly see Adam Aubrey. He is dressed in a suit, and he is kind of walking down the street, passing the alley, and he looks into the alley, and he sees somebody sitting on the ground, wrapped in a blanket, kind of shivering. And let's see, how much do you get here? And he says, hey, you all right? And the guy on the ground sort of says, just a little cold. And Adam Aubrey reaches into his wallet and pulls out a $20 bill, and then it ends.
Okay, well, I broadcast that.
Okay.
Yeah, Ulez, Benny, you've got that. Meanwhile, inside the library, Kadrax, Marley is just sort of like, Adam Aubrey, huh? And starts digging through the computer catalog, and it's like,
Department of Science is very broad, but in order to even be an adjunct lecturer in today's very tight academic market, Aubrey assuredly has a PhD. If it's a science department and not, for instance, an engineering department where you might see masters and so on. Point being, there are going to be a lot of graduate level publications, possibly conferences, there should be materials on a search, even assuming that as an adjunct he didn't publish, which he still may have.
Think about this.
Yeah.
Okay. Since Marley is doing the search and not you, what I will say is, she digs through the catalog and she says, I've got his name in here. It looks like there are a couple of papers referenced, but it looks like I will have to borrow them for you from the library at Hamlin.
Are they not logged digitally?
Doesn't look like it. They're a little older than that, and don't look like they have been, bounced yet.
So does it appear that his educational record is at that institution? Might this be his thesis?
Could be. There's not a tremendous amount of detail here.
What are they called? What are the titles? So sorry.
Yes, because okay. What
I really
are they called?
I'm trying to dig at what kind of science he does.
Okay.
And like
It's a vague
what his
concept, if
area
you
of
want.
specialization is. Because Benny was searching things like thermodynamics. I don't necessarily I'm not coming at that by searching keyword, but searching what stuff is he published at all. For all I know, it's geology and it's just, and we're out. But it's worth a try. I mean, she has magma now, I suppose.
She's like, yeah, I can't tell much. I only have the title of this one. It says Reevaluating Copernicus.
All right.
Fascinating. Excellent. I look forward to reading it.
Anything else I can help you with?
I will meditate upon this query, because your abilities of research seem prodigious.
Oh, well, I'm always here during the day, so let me know if you come up with anything, and if
Excellent.
stop by at night. Pete will be happy to help you. And yeah, so I'm gonna say you join your friends again outside.
What is a Copernicus?
Copernicus?
Old mathematician.
Yeah,
He was-
yeah. Well, no, you go ahead.
Mathematics.
Yeah.
That explains reevaluation.
Yeah,
Perhaps you get a new value.
He did stuff with like the layout of the solar system.
Yeah.
Which one?
the
That, like-
celestial- yeah.
I think he was the one who said that the sun was in the middle and we weren't, the center of everything.
Yeah, decentralizing. I'm gonna be honest. Vion took like science for artists.
Yeah.
So like his understanding is not accurate. That's the
This
best
is
way to put it.
This is Caitlin hoping that my knowledge of all of the space documentaries I watched is correct. Believe Copernicus was the one who decided that the sun was at the center and probably received a lot of death threats. The church hated him because that was not what they wanted us to believe.
Yeah, because Earth is supposed to be at the center of the solar
I mean,
system.
they thought everything revolved around us before they had, advanced technology. Because, you look up in the sky and you see everything, spin around the Earth. But really, we're the ones,
Right, because I think I'm starting to remember now that you're saying it, Benny. Because he was like, "Oh, well, this celestial object is traveling a little bit faster, and that's off the pattern of if we were in the center." So then it was like, actually, we're not in the center because then that explains why these go, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Space science before we had, good enough technology to confirm it.
B, did you tell us what you found on the Whisper Network?
Not yet.
Okay.
Probably when Cadrax comes back, Liz will show some of the the pictures. I have located some other statues, but they have all been whisked away.
Okay.
Okay. I should check in with everyone I know, but I think that Vion's mind is kind of just running right now. I'm going to cast something, Rick.
What would you like to cast?
Because we just saw the picture, because Ula showed us, Vion is going to cast alternate form.
Oh.
To what end?
I saw we were all kind of doing our own things. I was paying really close attention to the post cog, and I saw that he interacted with another person, and that was the most that we gleaned. And so what I would like to do is I would like to cast myself as solid form, just to see if I look similar to the picture that we just saw.
Oh, make sure that you use concrete. Concrete? Yes. It is my most basic understanding of the materials that are being used.
Yeah, let's see if I can do that and be that.
Okay. Make a magic roll to see if you can turn on alternate form.
Great.
Which I will look up while you are making your magic roll. Hang on.
That's the one that I have. I could probably read it.
Oh, right. Yeah. This is
Mine
your
is
power.
just liquid.
That's going to
Takes
be
a
11.
paid preparation to change into your alternate form, but you can return instantly. As an extra, you can assume your alternate form at that point. Okay. Shadow form, solid form. You transform into a dense, solid material like metal or stone. What'd you get?
11.
All right. The power comes to you. You are able to assume the power of alternate form. Wait, I'm sorry. What did we decided that this is...
What are you determining?
Just takes a page of prep to change. Okay, so y'all have to stand around waiting.
Sorry.
You kind of wait. You kill some time. Anybody want to do anything while he's preparing for a page?
I probably talk about more of what I saw on the Whisper Network.
Okay.
Yeah, everything is kind of localized. It's a variety of statues. It's all very detailed. Yeah,
And,
and we're not really sure the materials.
I will
Sure.
report about the reason why Copernicus is of interest.
Mm-hmm.
So he's
Okay.
into space astrophysics, maybe? All I got was science. So, I mean, if he's doing research on old-timey astronomers, that would indicate maybe that is also his area of expertise, at least partially.
I could not speak to it without examining the thesis
Yeah.
at Hamlin, but it is not directly relevant to fire. I
Yes.
apologize.
That's okay. Good to know, though. Yeah.
Okay.
Are you stoned now?
Vion, you finally are able to assume a stone form. Now you are okay. I want to make sure I understand what's going on here. You are trying to turn to stone to see if you resemble one of the statues in the picture that Ulez.
That's correct.
Well, tell you what. Everybody but Vion make an intellect. No, I guess Vion too. Everyone make an intellect roll. And just see. Tell me what the highest one is.
11.
It's 9.
9.
9.
10.
Cadrax 10. Okay, so 11 is the highest. That's a major success. You all put your heads together and kind of look at Vion, and the texture of your stone seems different than the stone in the picture. You know, it's like it is not quite. It doesn't quite like
It needs to be more grainy.
Yes, it needs to be more grainy or something, but the level of detail is very similar.
Hmm.
You should infiltrate the collections location in this form.
If we call you in, have them take you away.
I turn back. Yeah. Not against the plan.
Do we want to do other things first, though? Like maybe that's our a possible end goal. I don't know.
Could we? Okay, here's the thing. Let's just quickly go over this. Let's touch our bases. Hey, and by the way, I'm happy to infiltrate as a statue. I'm not opposed to that.
Okay.
I did think that's where you were going right away.
Yep.
So, Adam interacted with someone on the same day that a statue just appeared here and was carried off.
Are we
Okay.
dealing with the Medusa?
Correct. Oh. What is a Medusa? How-
It's a mythical figure in Greek and other, mythologies where, looking into her eyes turns you to stone.
Yeah.
Like
One
Percy
of the Gorgon
Jackson?
sisters.
Yeah.
Oh.
Percy Jackson. Vion and I watched that film.
Yeah, the lightning thief.
Hmm.
Yeah, that was kind of a cursory, albeit slightly inaccurate representation of the Greek pantheon, or pantheons in general. But yeah, the ability to just turn, I don't know, there's a lot of theories behind it, exactly why that all was. He could have been cast and carried away, but also this has been happening all throughout the city. And there were like that. The information on the article was that they're like birds and stuff as well, right, Rick? That they're animals and things.
Yeah, birds, cats, dogs, squirrels, chipmunks.
So this isn't necessarily a concerted effort to target specific humans. This seems to be
One very prolific Medusa who is maybe dealing with some stuff.
Yeah.
And presumably a cover-up.
Yeah. Interesting.
Do we
Okay.
still, by any chance, have access to any of the records from the tower, the glass tower?
That's a good question.
Would our friends have that?
According to my notes, Ulez took records on the guards who worked at the glass
Yeah.
tower. You have the number for Bruce Buck.
Yeah, if we called Bruce Buck or like Lila or something, and if they could check records for us, if someone like that with that particular skill or power set was in the tower,
Mm-hmm.
or if this is something entirely new.
That's, yeah, that is a good way to narrow our.
Because if
searches.
they did, they might actually have a name and like a profile on who this person might be.
Which might speak to why there is a concerted, organized effort to make this not be so apparent.
Yeah. I mean, there's also a chance that the police or cops just don't know what this is or what to do with it.
My understanding is that they would leave it to be someone else's problem.
That sounds correct.
Yeah. So, okay. So, who do we want to call, Buck or Bruce Buck or Lila, whose last name I forget?
We are partial
Hendry.
to Lila.
Yeah, let's call Lila. I'm also thinking the police have established they know who I am.
Mhm.
So if I were to get statued, unless I were to cover my appearance, with the level of detail that the statues appear in, they would know it's me.
Probably, yeah.
Are they
So
the same cops?
I don't know. That's a good
We wouldn't
question.
know. Yeah, that unpredictability there.
Could I be a statue?
That's a great question. I don't think I can cast it to others. I think it's I can only affect myself.
Okay.
But Ulez, if you ever want to pretend to be a statue, we can go to the park sometimes and just stand really still. Some
Oh.
folks even give you money for it because it's entertaining.
Oh, okay. I would also like to watch some plants grow. We can do that while standing very still.
Yeah, we can definitely do that. I can actually literally turn into a statue, and you can stand next to me as a statue, and we'll both watch the plants grow, and then people can, give us some spare change, and we'll go get, go pick up some seedlings.
Yes, please.
But as of right now, yeah, let's call Lila. Ask if there's anyone on record that's got sort of like this ability to cast onto others, and take that as a starting point.
If we can find them, maybe we can figure out how to undo it, because it sounds like there's quite a few people who...
Yeah, if it's a
have
power
been
thing, we might be
afflicted.
able to negate it. Yeah.
Okay. You're calling Lila Pendry.
Yes.
Yeah.
Who's making the call?
Benny?
Okay, sorry, I'm taking notes. Yeah, I can call. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll my phone. I'll put it on. Well, is there like a study room in the library that we could just go sit and chat with?
Oh, that's a good idea.
Like, so we're not,
Sure.
in an alleyway.
You head back in, and Marley takes you to like one of the quiet study, like
Okay.
private rooms. It's got like a door that shuts.
Awesome. I'll sit down and
and-
I'll give her a call. Put it on
Okay.
speaker so everybody can hear.
Phone rings a couple of times, and then just you hear, yes.
Hi, this is Benny Beckett. Am I speaking with Lyle Pendry?
Ah, yeah, Benny. Hi.
Hi, sorry. I'm sure this number was for emergencies, and I guess this is kind of one. We're hoping you can help us maybe find somebody who might need our help. Is related to the glass tower, maybe.
Well, you've got my attention. Who are you looking for?
We were wondering if you had records of the people held in the tower. We're looking for someone who might have had powers or abilities akin to Medusa, turning living things into stone.
Well, I'm going to be honest with you. The records we've taken from the glass tower so far are heavily coded, and we are working on decoding them.
Do you require assistance?
We certainly could. However, there is somebody you can ask that might be able to save you some time if you would like.
Yeah.
Steve Stoughton is being held in a special cell in the former site of Lockley Island State Penitentiary. If you'd like, I can get you an appointment to see him.
I look at my friends. Is that something? Would he even
I would
tell
love
us?
to see the look on his face.
You know how we were talking about over break that the more aggro Caldrex get, the calmer they are? Freaking Kolinar up in here.
Yeah, that's the thought. Okay. Can we I'm gonna mute it for a second. Can we handle that as a crew? Because I feel like I find him very annoying and agitating, and also we don't know for sure if he would even tell us.
We may attempt to threaten him. We are working on it, and he deserves a threat.
We also have that lie detector. Do you think they'd let us bring that into an interview?
It is rather large, but perhaps we can convince them. We are investigators.
I can cast invisibility on it.
Oh,
Although getting it to him might be the tough part. If there's a glass, then I can get us through the glass. If we want to get messy with it, we can get messy with it.
okay.
We might just have permission to do that too if we have Lila's.
Oh, that's a good
consent.
point. Yeah,
Yeah.
depending on how much clout Lila's carrying there. Yeah.
Yeah. So do we want to do this? Or
I
do we
don't
want to
think
find
it's
a different way?
I don't think it's a bad idea. I can't think of any other leads unless we go to the pastry shop and do the same thing over again.
I mean, we can do that too.
No, let's do this.
Okay. All right. I unmute it. I'm like, okay, sorry about that. That'd be very helpful. Thank you.
I'll arrange it at once.
I'm sure Ulas would really like to get their hands on those encrypted files too at some point. So
We
Yeah.
would.
maybe that's a
please.
secondary appointment.
I will call you back to discuss that. Handling of those files is very sensitive, but we would appreciate Ulez's help.
Oh, yes. We thank you.
We thank you. And Lila sets you up with an interview. She says as soon as you want to head over there, you'll be allowed in.
Sweet.
She has complete control over that facility.
Great. Let's do it. Let's bring in all the stuff.
All right.
Yeah, you're just going over? Okay.
Yeah, I guess unless there's anything else anybody needed from here.
Doc, you want to check anything out at the library?
I think I've found the totality of what I require.
Cool.
Thank you.
All right, Jake, can you put up the Lockley Island map for a couple of minutes? Now, if you all recall, Lockley Island State Penitentiary is the place that you went to break Brooke Barrett out of prison around the end of season 1. And we'll say that Lila explains to you that because of some structural damage to the place for unknown reasons during the escape of Brooke Barrett, the prison was closed down. And the prisoners were moved off-site to a different prison in Baronsdale, and then Lila and her people took over the prison and have been slowly converting it into a place to hold prisoners like Steve until trial. You can take a water taxi over from Baronsdale right over. Yeah, there we go. You can take a water taxi from from Baronsdale over here, just right over there. And it is located, right, I said, on Lockley Island in the middle of Central Bay, about halfway between Baronsdale and Murr Island, and just south of Bray Island. And the water, yeah.
So I was going to ask if she said anything about his abilities. Has he retained them?
As long as he is in his cell, his abilities are negated as they would be with power negating cuffs.
But like his artificial powers haven't faded at all. Like they're holding.
No, his artificial powers still exist.
Okay, cool. That's what I wanted to know. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Also, could we ask if we have the opportunity? Would our powers be negated if we were to be in the cell?
As long as you are not on the side of the glass divider that he is on, you're cool. If you go into the room with him, it is a feature of the room that he will be interrogated in, of that interrogation room.
Okay, that's good to know.
Cool.
All right, let's do it. Yeah, let's water taxi over.
Cool. So yeah, you take the water taxi over. We'll say it is about mid-afternoon by the time you arrive, and there are 2 guards waiting at the dock for you, as Lila told you there would be, and they take you in the building. You have been on this dock before. I think it was who came in through the dock. I think it was Benny and Cadrax came on
I
through the
Posing.
dock.
Posing as
Yeah,
Press and medical expert, right?
yeah, yep,
I still
yep,
have those scrubs, yes, from
Yeah.
St. Lucia's Hospital from earlier days.
yep, absolutely, yeah. And
I'm so sorry, Rick. May I just rewind this tiniest bit because I am desperately curious and
Yeah,
also
yeah.
probably not thinking about Steve just as hard as I can. May I ping the water as we cross? We saw something that one time, and we are on the exact same route now.
Give me a complex task roll, or your ping roll.
Yes. All right, 8.
If
Just
you want the community
seafloor.
determination,
Yeah.
I want to know. I really
I
want to
would
know.
love that if we are willing. That
Oh my gosh,
I mean,
yes.
We ain't doing anything.
That'll bring you down to 1 point
yes,
of community
famous last
determination.
words. There they are.
Right.
Ha! Yes, that was a 5 on the die, so much better. So 12.
Well, I'm afraid to tell you that you still just detect ordinary seafloor features.
Uh-huh.
Fish, coral, some underwater cabling. Maybe not coral. That might be too cold water for that. But just under the
No,
sea
we
stuff.
pass a sign that says corral. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes. A sign that says corral. Just regular under the sea stuff. Singing
Understandable.
crabs,
Fun.
mermaids, things like that.
I will retain the advisory to kiss the girl. Understood.
100%.
All right. Cool.
And
Thank you.
you get there, and the guards escort you through the building, and you can see that like part of the building has been like braced with all the scaffolding because of something that upset the structure, as Lila told you. And one of the guards is walking you there. He's like, yeah, it's like, remember you read about that thing where that lady Brooke Barrett broke out of prison? It was like there was some sort of explosion that night, and it just rocked the whole building. It's like, it's still all very shaky, but we've buttressed the parts of the building that we're using for now, so it's safe. Don't worry. And they get you to an interrogation room. He opens the door and you walk in and you find yourself, it's like, you've seen this in a million TV shows. There's a room and there's kind of like a sheet of glass, and on the other side of the glass, you can see Steve Stoughton, and he is cuffed to a table and sitting in a chair at the table, and he's just kind of sitting there looking a little bored. And then when he sees you walk in, he kind of sits up in his chair. And
We acknowledge you.
hey, Ulez. Good to see you again. We greet you.
Mm.
What's up, team?
Well, actually, Steve, and I look around up at the cameras, and I assume there's cameras, right? Keeping track of everything?
Yes, we will say that there is a camera watching from both sides.
We're here to break you out.
Make a willpower roll. Where is my Steve Stoughton sheet? Oh my god, I didn't know I was going to.
Can I throw a performance on top of this?
I assume you're lying, so
Yeah,
if you are lying, you can throw a
Yeah.
performance. No
6.
lie, no performance. 6 is total?
Yeah, 6 is total. I got the bats laughing at me in my face.
Are you
And,
giving us a thumbs up? Like behind your back or anything?
Oh, yeah, 100%, 100%.
Okay.
Yeah, 100%.
Cadrax and Ulas need that. Please don't forget.
Yes.
Steve kind of smirks, and he's just sort of like, "Aw, that's cute that you would try that, Vion, but I think I know you a little too well to believe that."
I was never really an actor. Listen, Steve, we got a bit of a problem. Someone's running around the city, turning folks into statues. You don't know anything about that?
Ooh, statues, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, I know exactly who that is. But why should I tell you anything?
That's a good question.
Because they told me I could come in there and kick the shit out of you if you don't answer our questions.
And that's
Correct.
the answer. Yeah.
Benny, make a willpower roll.
I just hate him so much. I don't even. Please, dice. Okay, that's all right. 10.
And he kind of looks at you and he's like, honestly, good fight gets the blood pumping. I've been in here a while now. I'll tell you what, though, maybe we can make a deal. Y'all feel like making a deal?
Not particularly. Do we feel like making a deal?
Uh,
I could get you some pizza, maybe, but that's probably as far as deals are gonna go here.
could we try one more threat?
Go
yeah,
for it.
Ulas,
Yeah.
do you want to you want to lay down a threat?
Oh,
Let her rip, bud.
Steve, we will. Do you value your existence as it is, on the internet? What if you never exist? What if nobody ever knew of you? We could erase everything that you ever were. To us, that sounds very scary.
And he's just sort of like, do your worst.
I would like to do my best.
Yeah, they'll do their best. And it's really good, too.
Thank you.
It's like, tell you what,
Yeah.
break me out of here. I'll tell you everything you want to know.
How do we hold you to your word when you have broken your word? You are not a person we can trust.
Yeah, that's a good point.
That is a fair point.
I want to so it's through glass,
Yeah.
right? Like, I'm assuming there's like a microphone or something, or some sort of
Yeah, it's like a little kind of intercom thing.
Okay, I just kind of want to like turn away from it and kind of like turn my head towards Vian and be like, do you want to see if like your powers can reach through it?
Yeah, I can do that. Which powers do you want me to try out?
How do you feel about a mind read? If not, that's cool. So I'll start talking to him, see what thoughts are brought to the forefront.
The thing is, I do feel like that's invasive and
That's okay. That's why I'm asking.
yeah. But
I could perhaps offer something more non-specific.
oh, sure, yeah. What's that?
And I want to touch to a wall or the piece of plexiglass or whatever, and see if I can use that as a resonator against his heartbeat.
Like a lie detector?
Yeah.
Okay, give me a complex task roll. I'm going to set the
I
threshold
think this
on
would
that
qualify.
pretty high. Yeah.
Yes. I'm trying to figure out if I have a quality here that applies.
I mean, you're upholding your oath to protect like the city. That's what we're trying to do, but
Yeah.
I mean, well, so there is the part of uphold my oath where one of the reasons Cadrox is very quiet right now is because they desperately want to do dishonorable things. And there is this concept in training called an incompatible behavior. The dog can't jump if they are sitting. The Cadrax cannot do violence if they are doing this. This is the productive thing they can do right now because they want to do very bad things. And they don't want to do those. They desire not to desire it.
Mhm.
This is an incompatible behavior. Would that be satisfactory to you, Master of Games?
I uphold my oath.
Yes, I do.
Yeah, I think that's close enough because you are essentially trying to do good for the city. So with that is in line enough with that. But that will cost you one of your 2 points of determination.
Yes.
All right. Complex task roll.
9.
Okay, that is a moderate success. So you are able to kind of just detect his heartbeat. You don't know exactly how accurate your readings are going to be, but you feel like, you can sense what's going on.
There's something for a complex task roll that we applied to a marginal success, and I want to know if I can use that. On the marginal, we were willing to inflict a stamina drain. Can I take that in order to bump it up a level of success and have a little more certainty?
Right, that was the penalty, right? Yeah, okay, you are correct. I was doing that wrong. Right, the stamina drain is what, 2 or 1?
I would accept either in this moment.
Man.
I will not accept a deal from him, but from you,
Yeah.
you are a good gentleman.
Right. I think we said right. Like you don't have to take anything more than what the actual drain was. I just kind of forgot that was the feature of that. So,
right. I just want to know if I can use that instead of like a marginal to bump a moderate to a major.
To take the penalty for a.
Oh wait, I have a +2. I'm at an 11, by the way.
You're at an
I forgot
11.
I spent a point of determination.
Well, if it's an 11 instead of a 9, then it is a major success anyway.
Okay. All right. Cool. I'm sorry. I rolled a 2 on the die and then I completely forgot that existed. Yep. Thank you. Sorry.
Just to be sure, right, Blast, complexity rules with option to spend determination to avoid stamina drain. Right. It's like...
Right. On a marginal, I get to pick either spending the determination or taking the damage.
Right. But I think it's like you accomplish your task. The question is, when the task is accomplished, are you draining stamina or do you not? So it's like it would have worked anyway. That was on me. It's just been a while. So, yeah, absolutely. That is a major success. You feel like, you got a good grasp on his heartbeat.
All right. Well, as I say, it is rather more non-specific, but hopefully that also solves the ethical quandary.
Thanks, Doc. It does, yeah. Steve, if you were to get out, what would your plan even be? They're not going to let you go. It would make more sense for you to broker a deal with them.
What's Steve's intellect? Steve kind of looks over at Cadrax with their hand on the glass, and he's like, "Are you lie detectoring me?"
Would you be inclined toward deception?
I think it's pretty obvious I would.
How? Is it
I'll tell
obvious?
You know what? I know you're not going to break me. I'm just screwing with you.
You doubt us.
Yeah, I doubt you.
Okay.
You know what? Steve, here's my question. I thought you hated powered people, power of the powerful, all that thing. So why would you defend someone that we're trying to go get? Like, why would, if you'd rather there be less powerful people, why not see your vision all the way through? Why protect them?
That's such a good question.
Make a willpower roll, Benny.
No, I don't. I'm scared. Not great. Can I
You have 1 point of determination.
I do. I don't know if it's going to be good enough. Can I use
community?
Well, no, I've got one. Just can I use stubborn as a mule?
Yeah, stubborn as a mule, I think. Yeah.
Okay.
You are repeatedly trying to get the same thing, so
yeah. 10.
10. All right. That is a moderate success. He's Yeah.
What are you trying to keep? I thought you were trying to keep powered people off the streets. I thought that was your whole goal. That's what we are currently offering for you, and you're going to withhold that information? What, out of spite? I thought you had a vision.
I guess this is kind of win-win for me. Either you take out some powered person, or this person turns a few of you to stone, which is fine by me anyway. In fact, I'll probably just tell you who this person is, just to increase the probability of that happening. The man that you are looking for is Ruben Reese. We called him the Sculptor. And he was a voluntary resident of the Glass Tower. He was, let's say, under our care. One of our most dangerous extra normals asked us for help when we found him. And the care we gave him was the only thing that kept the threat that he posed in check. I get the
What
feeling
care?
we kept his
Nullification.
powers off. Nullification, yeah.
Oh.
Y'all didn't really think about all the potential consequences that might have come up when you just let everybody out of there, did you?
Oh, I assure you we did. Continue, though.
I don't know where to find him, but I know he's got a son, Doran. Lifetime of tracking extra normals tells me you find the son, he'll lead you to the father. Happy hunting.
Okay.
I look to my friends. Do we need anything else?
You know, you did us a solid. Thank you. And kind of as we promised, here's some pizza. And I would like to cast illusion really
Oh, my
quickly
word.
and have a pizza appear in front of Steve.
And I tell you what, I won't make you roll for that. And the pizza appears, and he kind of very funny.
I flick them off and then I leave.
Yeah, what she said.
And he sits back, stroking his chin, and just watching you go.
we
are
leave,
you
we get out in the hallway. Oh, go for it.
Cadrix, are you staying behind?
Cadrax simply says, I hope you learn remorse. And departs.
And if that's happening, I'm just gonna, as you know, the doc is walking out and say, and by the way, they were checking your heartbeat. They were reading the room, and when they get all quiet like that, no, that's judgmental. That's gonna weigh on you tonight. Let me tell you, you're gonna lose some hours. And I'm just like chuckling. I'm like, yeah, that's gonna stress you out later. Trust me. It's a slow burn. It's a slow burn of judgment. And I walk out to the hallway.
And he just kind of shrugs and shakes his head.
We're walking in bed. He's like, I hate that guy so much. I can't stand him. I hate that we had to do that. But she's got a little notebook she's putting away.
Oh, it is satisfying. We see their extensive denial, which means there is significant pain.
There you go. So, should we find the son?
Yeah. Well, I mean, maybe that bodes well that this is someone who's going to want help, that our assessment of this might be someone who is trying to get this under control might be correct.
That's not a bad. Yeah, that's a good
We can
point.
get him somewhere with help where he isn't imprisoned.
Mhm.
And when we get out, we're like getting in the boat, but he's like, we should stop at a gas station and get some aviator glasses for everybody.
Yeah, I can
The
get
ones with
behind
the-
that.
The ones at the mirror
Oh,
front. I don't know if that would
aviator.
help.
What
No.
does that?
It's a Medusa thing. So Perseus was put under duress. I believe his mother was being held hostage by what's essentially an evil king. And then what he did is he went and he chopped the head off of Medusa, which he was ordered to do. And in order to protect himself, he had a shield that was reflective.
Oh.
Sort of a combination of the myth and the Harryhausen film. And
Mhm.
then he brought the head back to the court and used the head of Medusa against them. He held it up and actually turned the entire court to stone in order to save his mom. And yeah, just one of several things. I know someone who would be hot on my tail if I didn't make sure that I knew the mythology behind Medusa. So I wanted to be real clear about that.
I guess maybe we would want a mirror to look behind us, because I don't want to turn him in. I don't want him to turn himself into stone. I just don't want us to get turned into. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
I have been
Doug.
thinking about we have some night vision goggles that I would like to integrate into my own optical orbs.
Oh yeah, you want to take them apart and
We would like that, but we might require some assistance. It's often hard to work with only one eye.
sure, yeah. Okay, yeah, we can do that a little bit later.
Okay.
Um,
So what's your
May I
next
raise
move? Oh, sorry. Yeah.
May I raise a question to you? If
me?
the group as
Okay.
constituted, none of this has answered why someone would clean up after these persons' messes. In
Yeah.
particular, unless there is some history or personal connection to the police, there is no motive for them to be of meaningful assistance unless it is by way of some other actor. We know that in this city, the police are often on a payroll, even to criminal organizations, and we know that some of those organizations have had interest in acquiring any number of things.
I mean, I'm hoping they just don't know what to do with it, with the stoned individuals, and they've just got them somewhere because they don't know how to.
Police
Solve
never know
it.
how to handle stoned
It's,
individuals.
they don't know how to what to do with them, and that's kind of the hope. But I would not put something more nefarious past them.
Let's go talk to the son. Even if it's not to directly identify the father to get Ruben, I think that maybe let's see what's going on, what kind of situation we're dealing with to begin with. We might be able to even pull on this thread without having to go directly to the source.
I mean, I also just want to help this guy.
Yeah.
If he wants it.
I wonder if there's something we can do for him to help him out. Ulez, do you mind checking the name on some databases, just kind of logging in and seeing if we can get an address?
We can search the entirety of your internet, including the Whisper network that I now have access to.
Well, I don't have access to the Whisper network, so Benny, I guess it's got to be your phone.
Mary?
Sure.
Ulez, make an investigation roll. By the way, I didn't say it before during the Steve Soughton scene, but Kadrax, your lie detecting said to you that he was telling the truth through all of his testimony. I should have acknowledged
I
that.
took it as implied, though I appreciate the clarification. His ill will toward us seemed self-evidently honest, though his affect seemed demonstrably not.
Yeah.
Cool.
I got an 8.
Okay, and what are you searching for?
The name of the son. Something Reese. I can't remember his first name.
Doran Reese.
Doran Reese. Thank you.
Yeah. And you find Doran Reese's Facebook page, and if I had to cast him, I'd say he is David Diggs, and from Hamilton, and he, you are able to. I mean, his information is public. He is listed in the phone book at an address in Sutton Village. In Jake, can you put up Baronsdale South map for a couple of minutes?
I love how much map work we're getting out of today. This is very exciting.
Quite nice.
Oh, I had to upload. I gave Jake a ton of maps today because I had absolutely no idea what direction y'all were going to go in with this thing. So this could have gone in a million different ways. So it's like,
right, it's in Baronsdale, isn't it?
Yeah.
The early cases were in Avalon, and the more recent ones in Baronsdale.
The movement.
And there's Sutton Village down there in Midwestern, Baronsdale on the western shore, and that is where the address is located.
Sorry, this is backtracking just a little bit, but if we look through his Facebook page, do we have? Sometimes you have like listed like parents, siblings. Can we are there any photos of him with his dad? Can we get a look at what Ruben looks like?
What did you get, Ulez? You get an 8, 9?
I got an 8.
You get an 8. You don't see any pictures that look like somebody old enough to be his father.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Just checking.
Are you headed there now?
I don't see why not. We've been pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah. No
One
reason
track.
not to, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you get back on the water taxi, and the water taxi takes you back to the shore. And by the time you get to the van, by the time you are getting down to Sutton Village, it has turned to night, and it is night on what day are we on? We're on Wednesday, December 9th.
Yeah.
You arrive in Sutton Village at the address. It's not important. I won't bother giving it to you. And it is a two-family house, and the address is one half of the two-family house. It's nice. It's got a little lawn, and little windmill things on the, little pinwheel things on the lawn, and maybe just kind of looks like your average suburban, semi-urban kind of house.
So are we? What's the plan? What's the play here? Are we continuing with the direct approach, or do we want? Is this something we want to scope out first? How are we feeling? Yeah.
You're pinging?
That's an 11.
Okay, there is a man in the house. One person. You pinging both sides, or just the side that you're looking at?
I'm pinging both.
Well, still just one guy.
Okay. I report this to my allies.
Let's hope it's Doran.
Yeah.
Do I ping on or observe any stone organisms? One might not, for instance, collect insects deliberately, or small birds. Those might be beneath the notice of something. But if someone were nearby here often enough.
No, just a guy in the house. That's all.
All right. Very well. Do we have our aviators yet? Did we do that yet?
Did we stop to grab them? Was that we'd kind of like talked ourselves out of it a little bit, so I wasn't sure if we were committing to it.
Do you want to have done that? I can say you stopped on the way. I'll be happy to do that.
Yeah, why not?
I think all of us having
Right.
matching glasses is just so charming that even if it doesn't come into play, I like that visual.
Yeah.
I fly.
Okay.
Aviator seems nice.
Yes.
Yeah.
We now all have matching aviator sunglasses.
All of them have like the different tinge, like to the mirrored. Mhm.
In our color.
Yeah.
Yes.
Ooh, yes.
Artist brain.
I would like. I'm gonna volunteer to go in or to knock on the door. And we make a good point. If this is the father, and one of us could just turn into a statue, correct? So we pulled up a bunch of pictures of the son. Is that right, Rick?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to cast transformation.
Ooh, Ulez holds up their phone with like the Facebook of this kid.
I think we think this is the son though, possibly, right?
Yeah, and yeah, it's gonna be awkward for him. I
Okay,
get
cool.
that.
Awesome.
Sort of a Lacan's mirror phase, if you will. But no, actually, it wouldn't be Lacan's mirror phase because I didn't get the Copernicus thing, but I can do this. Lacan's mirror phase is acknowledging that you exist from the outside, but seeing yourself, that's more of like a clone situation. So it's actually not that. Plus, I would assume at some point he would have faced Lacan's mirror phase as a child, which is usually when that stage of psychological development happens. So I would like to look like him. Can I look like him?
Make a magic roll to see if you can get transformation.
Here we go. This is intellect plus occult plus roll. So that's going to be a 10.
All right, it's close, but you got it. And you have transformation level 3.
Yes.
And lets you turn into other things. Choose one of the following options. Humanoids is an option. You gain the including voice, whatever clothing they're wearing, scans, DNA tests. However, you do not gain your subject's abilities or other appearance if it's a powered person. Okay.
Yeah. What I will say is that I haven't heard him speak, so I don't know if I would magically get that. That's a little too OP for my own player taste.
Okay, give me a power roll.
Okay, so this is gonna be 3 plus die, 6.
Okay, you've only seen some two-dimensional pictures of this guy on Facebook, and
The
like those
profiles
pictures
might be a little weird. Like,
yeah, not necessarily all like full body or anything. So let's say you manage to contort yourself into, and this is all very weird for the three of you to watch as Vion's spell kind of like
I'm
starts,
sorry.
just shifting his face and you manage to contort yourself into a reasonable approximation of Doran Reese.
Great. Okay, everyone. I'll let you know if I see me. If he
Okay.
sees me.
We
But
have
if
our.
it's
turn on earpieces.
yeah, let's turn on the earpiece. Let's
Yeah.
use that.
Yeah,
Um,
so you should probably just leave all that stuff on all the time. But
that's a
okay.
good idea.
Probably.
Yeah, we'll get feedback though for your like hug or something.
Too close, yeah.
I'll
Yeah,
go-
we don't want to have always on mics with my powers.
That is a good point.
Ow.
Very funny.
I
So we
would
should
like-
should we just like hang out like in front of the garage or something? Just like
That's
wait
not
for
a
your
bad
signal
idea.
or okay. We
Uh,
tuck away.
I will knock on the door.
And you hear like 1 second, and yeah, some rustling around, and then footsteps approaching the door, and the door opens, and Doran Reese pokes his head through, and he immediately looks out, and he's like, bah! And like sort of jumps back, and he's like, "You kind of look like me."
I get that all the time, and I would like to just shed it.
You mean you just like transform back into yourself, like right?
Yeah, if I am looking at him with his face for too long, I think that's gonna.
And he like just like, bah! And he like jumps back, and
Yep,
stumbles
yep.
back,wards, and he's like, "What
We're really
the-
bad at first
You're
impressions.
one of those. You're one
Yeah.
of those power people."
Yeah, that's accurate. Listen, we don't got a whole lot of time. Is your father on the premises?
My father?
Yeah, your dad,
No,
Ruben.
no.
Still
Okay,
no.
we believe my friends and I, y'all can
Do you
come
want
out.
us to come up? Yeah, we'll come.
Yeah.
And he kind of like peeks out the door and sees the three of you, and he's just like, "Who are you?"
We
Hi.
believe that you're. Yeah. Hey, well, I'm Beyond Vigor. We can all
I'm
go
Benny.
around.
We greet you. I am Ulaz.
I do surgery and combat.
Yeah, we're worried about the safety of your father. Have you talked to him recently?
We think he's in danger.
Who? I'm sorry. Are you cops?
No.
Or...
No,
Yeah,
we get that
no.
a lot. We are private investigators. We're on a case right now, and we think that your father might be involved.
Oh, my father. Why don't you come in?
Okay. Yeah. Sure. Yeah.
And you go in, and it's a nice house.
Sure. Can I
Tell
quickly
you what-
cast Danger Sense? Just to have it on.
Yeah, give me your magic roll.
Okay. Yeah. So that's gonna be 8 plus die. 12.
That will get you danger sense. Let me just make sure I understand. Once again, let me refresh my
I
memory.
think it's just like a Spidey
Special
sense that I get.
sixth sense for imminent danger. You can use your danger sense level as the ability for reactions. Defend against attacks.
Yeah, it's not going to tell us if he's like creeping across the street from his son's house in a car or something, but if he's about to jump us, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm only using it for like storytelling purposes. I'm not too worried about like if we get into combat. I don't think Vion is adept enough right now to
Right,
use
you
that.
Use
in
your
an-
danger sense level as the ability for reactions to defend against attacks or other sudden dangers, and for awareness tests. Okay. So we will say that your danger sense is in place now.
Okay, great.
At level 3, and everybody make an intellect roll.
Okay. Can I add investigation?
Yeah.
Great. 7 plus. I've got an 11.
Okay.
9.
9.
11.
11. Okay. Vion and Ulez, as he leads you into the living room, you both notice that on a particular, coffee table, there's a photo of this guy with an older gentleman. He looks, Doran looks much younger in the picture, and the older gentleman, if I had to cast him, I would say he's Giancarlo Esposito. And he, they are arm in arm together. And
Great.
Doran sits you down. My father disappeared 8 years ago.
8 years ago?
Yeah, I think that checks out, right?
That's yeah, but I just didn't really think about the implications of that. That's a long time. Okay.
Yeah.
You haven't been in contact with him in the last 8 years then? Hey,
No.
we're not cops. We're not here to arrest anyone and get anyone in trouble. We're just here to make sure that everyone's safe. That's all. That's a lot of dice rolls, Rick.
It's been a while since we got awareness rolls.
Yeah.
Yeah, I sometimes forget to do that, but he's just kind of I don't know. What do you want to know?
Has he made any contact with you in any way? It's different if someone goes missing and is just completely out, but it looks like from, the pictures around your living room that you two had an amiable relationship at the very least. And if he's made any effort to get in contact with you and to at least let you know that he's safe or something like that, that at least gets us a little bit closer to making sure that we can, take care of your father if he is in danger.
And he's like, well,
It's a lot of rolls.
Every time
Rick.
it stresses me out.
Ulez, you sort of notice his eyes are darting towards a window at the back of the room, like on the opposite side of the building than the one you came in on.
Mhm.
And he's just like, no.
I'm just gonna walk over to investigate that area. I'm a private investigator.
Yeah, okay. You start walking towards the window, and he's, I haven't seen him in 8 years. And he sort of starts backing up a little bit.
I see Ulez walking over to the window. Is that right?
Yeah.
Hey, Ulez.
Oh, yes.
Do you mind doing me a little bit of a favor? But I gotta sort of whisper it if that's all right.
Oh, yes. Come here. I'm being an investigative.
Oh, that's really great. Why don't you come over? Why don't you come here and I'll whisper it, and then we can continue investigating.
Oh, okay. They'll walk over like this is normal.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna whisper, I think something's up. This body language that he's exhibiting is a little suspicious. And you're the heavy hitter of the team, so you might need to transport Cadrex and Benny out of here.
Okay, understood.
Great.
How close is he to me?
Probably 2 feet or so.
Okay, so if he's next to me, and I've seen now we always walk that way, they're doing their thing, but he's just gonna kind of lean in and be like, "Are you safe?"
Make a willpower roll.
Oh,
God damn
How is
it.
this more stressful than Steve? Okay. Sorry.
Right.
Pat, my dice hate me so bad tonight. 7. Someone's going to jail.
Okay. Well, I mean, this guy's not Steve Stoughton, so
yeah.
it's like he's just sort of, under his breath, he's just sort of like, shed out back. The shed out back.
Okay.
Thanks. Everything's gonna be okay. I am going to turn back to the team, and I'm gonna phase and walk through the wall and kind of hold a handout.
Hold a hand out.
I'll go check it out phased.
Oh, okay. Okay, you walk through the back wall.
Yeah.
While this is happening, I'm gonna ask him. I'm like, "Do you have any tea or coffee or something, just to give him something to do?"
Oh, that's good.
And he's just sort of and kind of starts looking towards the kitchen, a little confused. He's
water would even be cool, just
water. Yeah.
yeah. Couple cups of
Okay.
water, be great. Just like normal movement happening in the house, just in case, and also to give him a task.
Mhm.
And he walks. He sort of kind of shuffles awkwardly towards the kitchen. And what do the three of you do while Vion goes out back?
Trying to keep things normal. If this is the vibe that Benny is channeling,
Yeah,
I guess we'll try and
if-
mimic that.
If he's being secretive and weird, like I'd rather it appear normal in here, so I'm just gonna sit down and like listen for Vion.
Okay. Vion, you pass through the back wall and you find yourself, it's like, it's a little backyard. It's got like a little, patio table with an umbrella and some chairs and stuff like that, and a little patch of lawn. And then there is a sort of decent sized shed in the backyard. And what do you do?
Okay, so there's a door right to the shed.
Mm-hmm.
This is the old fastball special for Vion here. I'm gonna unphase.
Okay.
I'm gonna tap on the door and then rephase. I just need to make contact with the door. I'm gonna rephase. I got the nod from Sam. Good. That's what I'm doing.
You're gonna unphase.
Yeah. Then tap on the door, and then rephase.
And then rephase.
Yeah. And then once I've made noise, because I have to be, corporeal to
You engage crossbow safe procedures.
Yes, exactly. That's exactly it.
Okay, Vion.
Oh God.
Okay. You unphase.
Yeah.
You tap on the door.
Yeah.
You rephase.
Yeah. Yes.
You wait a couple of seconds and then you hear footsteps.
Yeah.
And the door slowly creaks open.
Yeah.
And there is this red flash of light.
Okay. Not bad yet.
The three of you on the inside, you see a quick red flash from the window outside.
Okay.
Ping.
Haha.
Kadrax, give me a finger roll.
8.
Your ping goes through the wall, and you detect the shed, a person running through the yard, or I guess they would be sort of like in the middle of the yard since your ping is sort of stationary, and a stone statue right in front of the door.
Do you tell us?
Yeah, I'll say if you go to look out the back window, you can see a statue of Vion Vigor right in front of that shed door. And on that, we will see you next week. When I said this wasn't going to end well, I was thinking of something completely different, actually.
Well, that's horrifying.
Yeah.
But also, it's all right. It's just the person with the super versatile, I just magic the thing skill set. That's definitely the person who should be turned to stone.
We're officially playing on hard mode. Yep. Well, I said they wanted to be a statue. Should have got out.
Could never have been any other way, could it?
Vion should be careful of what you wish for.
But you know what? You know what? It is scary, but Vion being frozen in his 30s. Worst fates for that man. Don't worry about it.
Okay, so real quick, we're fine. Go around the table, let the good people know where they can find you, starting with Caitlin Bruder.
Hi, I'm Caitlin Bruder. My heart is beating so hard right now. I just need everyone to be aware of that. You can find me on Twitter at KKAMABR. And currently my Wednesday show, Infinite Horizon over on Rule of Lore, is on our season break. But you can find everything on our YouTube, Rule of Lore, over on YouTube. And I am currently trying to get back into streaming on my own channel. Right now it's on Tuesdays. I'm trying to do once a week for at least a few hours. We'll definitely be drawing at some point, maybe playing games if I have the focus for it. But otherwise, check that out. That is the same thing as my Twitter, but with one less K.
Omar Najam.
Hey everyone, I'm Omar. When I am not decorating backyards, I am on Twitter at Omar Najam. You can check that out. Also, the next chapter of Vion's book will be going up tomorrow in the QueueTimes Discord, so check that out. Things are starting to get answered and formed and take shape, which is incredible because, man, what a gamble that was. So check that out. That'll be up tomorrow. And it's
what kind of a maniac would throw mysteries out there without knowing the answers to them? For shame.
Man. Oh man. So anyhow, and that's it. I think that's it. Oh, and also, our friend Liz reads the chapters on Twitch. So check that out. Stay tuned in the Discord to find out when that's happening. And other than that, stay hydrated.
That's actually good advice. Sam Delev.
Hello, I'm aforementioned Sam Delev. When I'm not being this alien, I am being extremely human throughout the internet void and constantly upstaged by felines. If you want to see where I am, where more important cats are, you can find that broadcasting schedule on my Twitch About page, twitch.tv/Delevely, DELEVELY, and all of my one-off events and appearances subject to being bumped off the stage by felines. At Tchaikovsky, CHAIKOVSKY.
And
What a good
finally, do we do B's cat or B? Who goes first? I guess the cat.
Yep, it's the cat.
All right. Well, we've heard
so-
from Cat. B, now it's your turn.
She has made her announcement. Hello, I am your non-binary busy bee. You can find me on Twitter as @B_Zelda. I am a podcaster, a member of the Broadswords. I host Anime Attaché. I am a regular streamer. You can check me out streaming for Origins Game Fair every Thursday on Wasabi Anime, as well as I am the Dungeons & Dragons Adventures League community manager. And this is Tingle. We can't forget Tingle.
Congratulations, B. That is so awesome.
Thank
oh,
you. The categories.
Congratulations,
That's not a stretch
kitty.
now.
Yeah, so I'm Rick Bud. You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at rbud913, or you can follow the show at Powerplay RPG, and I will be back here next week with most of these lovely and talented people. And yeah, I guess that is it. Thanks everybody for sticking around. On that, the theater goes dark, and we are in Avalon in 1927. We're in a police interrogation room, and a police detective, if I had to cast him, I would say he is Thomas Jane, is grilling a nerdy scientist type who I would say is Rainn Wilson. And the detective says, "Look, Dr. Yordi, if you didn't kill him, just tell us what you know." And Dr. Yordi shakes his head and he says, I don't know anything. And the detective says, one of the tough parts about being a cop is that people are always lying to you, way more than they lie to the average person. And after a while, you can spot someone who's lying as easily as the average person can spot someone who's sad or angry or happy. You just get to know the look, and you look like you're lying. And Dr. Yordi kind of shrinks into his chair and says, "I don't have to talk to you." And the detective says, "That's true, but I do have a duty to catch the killer. So if you won't talk to me, that means I'll have a duty to tear your life apart. I'll have to search your house and your office and talk to everybody you ever met and dig up every last nasty thing that you've ever done in your life." And Dr. Yordi says, "What makes you think I've done nasty things in my life?" And the detective smirks and he says, "Well, you're a human male, so I'll say the odds are better than average." And Dr. Yordi drops his head, and the detective goes, "And if I find anything, I have to throw the book at you. And I don't think a guy like you is going to exactly thrive in prison." And Dr. Yordi looks up at prison, and he's like, Detective nods. He says, like I said, I know you're lying to me, so if you don't tell me what I want to know, I have to assume you killed him. In which case, you can bet your ass I'm going to find something to hang you on. Wrong crime, right crime, I don't really care. As long as the bad guy goes to jail. And Dr. Yordi just looks up completely defeated, and he says, the detective leans in and says, now tell me everything you know about what happened to Dr. Orson. And on that, thanks for playing with us.